We should have somebody other than a comedian on this episode. The last episode was a comedian.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How about Marc Anthony?
Are you talking about Marc Anthony, the guy who makes the shampoo, the conditioner, or are you talking about Marc Anthony, the singer, J-Lo's ex-husband? You know, her ex-husband.
Oh, shit. Never mind. None of those. I'm talking about the comedian Marc Anthony.
So the guy who makes the Nonno jokes, the Nonna jokes,
Yeah.
Doug Ford impressions.
Yeah, that one. Looks like we gotta have another comedian, buddy.
I like that guy. Let's do it.
Is that the most Italian thing I've ever done? No. Having a 15-foot by 8-foot Italian flag out of my sunroof with frosted tips and a painted face during the World Cup.
There you go.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, I used to get beat all the time. Yeah. But like, you know, I got my fair share. Definitely more than my brother, dude. My brother never got fucking hit. So we should hit him now. All right, Dad? Start hitting Matt. My brother, though, dude, used to know how to play my parents young. Mm-hmm. I was like shit disturbing on both ends and like feuding them against each other. Whereas my brother would like, you know, be like, Dad said I did something wrong, Mom. I'm sorry. You know, we don't have to do this, you know, and like give her a hug and like, you know, he would kill them both with kindness and like never get hit. Yeah. Whereas I'm like, Mom, Dad said you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And then, you know, so.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Jesse's response was, "Don't do it." So
don't do it, y'all. Don't do it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another episode of Spro Talk. Today we are here with everyone's favorite Nonno, Nonna, and the man that does Doug Ford impressions better than Doug Ford himself, Marc Anthony Sinagoga. Welcome to Spro Talk.
Buddy, thanks for having me. Let's do it.
Cheers, brother.
A little cheers. What an intro.
We should have dipped some sambuca in here.
How goody, signori.
Cheers.
A little bit of sambuca. Would have done some wonders.
It would have gotten me nice and loose, baby. A little bit loose.
How are things going, man?
Buddy, pretty good.
We're happy to have you here.
Espresso at this time of night.
Some cannoli.
It's going to be a late one, buddy.
It affects you like that, eh?
Not at all.
No,
I'll
me
be
neither.
Falling asleep on the ride home.
I think I've been drinking coffee since I was like 8.
Yeah.
So I feel like
it depends on the day for me, man. You know, like 9 o'clock, I'm fucked.
You're one of those. My dad, 6 o'clock, you can't have one.
I have this weird, and I was actually researching this because I feel like it's weird. Like if you have too much caffeine, it has the opposite effect, and I'll just start getting really tired from the caffeine. So it depends how much I've had that day. My sweet spot is like 3. After 3, it's like we're going overboard.
You gotta just keep going at that point.
Yeah,
we always love those videos
where I've had 3 espressos.
Your Spro videos,
just like losing it in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
scrapping my neighbor
on your podcast. You just take the cup, put it in your mouth.
But is your 3 like 3 in the morning, then 3 in the afternoon, and 3 at night? You still call it 3, or is it just
no? It's like a double in the morning, a triple in the afternoon. Yeah, it's like a double and then like a single around like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or dude, between 2 and 4, I gotta shut it down or ramp it up. Like I'm doing one of the two.
You need it with the daughter, man.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
All right. So fresh off part 2 of the family style tour, how was that experience for you?
Pretty good. I mean, it's I have a few more in the new year. I don't know when this is coming out, but I got a few more, and then I'll be filming a special in February.
Nice.
Cool.
So
nice. So
it's coming together.
You know the venue for that, or you're not allowed to?
Not yet. I don't have it locked in yet. We're searching around. Yeah. Doing some walkthroughs because you got to think about camera placements and all this, and some places won't let you, block things off or whatever. Yeah. So just ironing that out. But I'm excited. I've never done one, so. It's always been comedy albums, and I've recorded it, but
do you
the video I just chop it up. I haven't made it like a full thing.
Yeah. Do you get into that side of it, like the production side, or you try to stay out a bit?
A little bit, like you know what I mean. Like I'm not a camera guy or an editor. You know what I mean. I've edited my videos and like clips and stuff up until this point for the most part. Cool. I mean that's not entirely true, but I've been hands-on on the edit for a lot of things, so like I kind of have an idea of how you want it to look. You know, or you'll be like. I look like shit in this clip. Can we use the far one? You know what I mean? So,
So far, fan turnout has been good.
Been great. Yeah. Been great. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the show in Vaughan. And,
that was good. Which one in Vaughan? The one that just like recently in the fall or the one in the spring?
When you had Kirby there? Kirby and...
Oh, yeah. The Reese one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. I mean, sold out Vaughan, both shows. It was great. Yeah. No ad spend. So, means it's working. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to see. This is my first tour just off of the following to see, like, if the following translates to ticket sales and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's working, so I can't complain.
It's good. You risk a lot doing this, so
It is true.
Good to
Risk a lot, time, effort.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
you must be super tired after all these touring dates. So we got a couple Spros set up for you over here.
Yes, I can see that.
We wanna do a little ranking challenge over here.
I'm getting nervous.
We got 49 parallel,
Oh yeah.
Salt Springs, Lavazza Oro, and Lavazza Super Crema.
Which one's? Oh, the Lavazza up there.
Yeah.
The Goldie.
The gold one. I haven't had that one.
Well,
I've heard the Super Crema is the best one.
Yeah,
we've heard that
really
too.
We're
And then
gonna find
we got
out.
your two favorites up there, but we're not gonna make you test those because you
I
drink
drink
enough of those.
Yeah, I drink those every day.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Am I
All
doing
right.
this now?
Yeah.
Really?
Let's do
fucking
it.
So you give me a
So-
little palate cleanser first.
Yeah. The Oro is the palate cleanser, and then
How do you know which one's which?
we,
we'll
we have
tell
it at
you.
the bottom.
All right.
Don't look.
All right, he gave it away.
Don't peek.
It's on the bottom. All right, I won't peek. Oh, this smells nice.
Hey, maybe he could see through the fucking espresso.
No, I can't.
Read the
Or-
name.
Take little sips in case you gotta go back.
This is
after.
nice. I like that one.
The tasting noise is the best.
I don't smell anything at all here.
Okay, he likes this one. We'll hold this guy.
Nah, dude, this is garbage. Is this espresso? Is one of them not espresso and you're just fucking
they're-
around?
they're also espresso.
Roll espresso.
No, this one's not good at all. I don't even taste anything here. It's like water.
Maybe that one didn't come out right then. I don't know.
No. It
Or
came
it's-
out.
or it's
it
bad.
came out right. It just sucks.
We'll see what that is after.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry for whoever that is.
No, hey, listen, boys. It is what it is, all
Gotta
right?
step the game up.
I will also say these have been sitting for a while. There's some places they'll dump this right away, so your crema's gone down. Some of them have crema intact. First one, no more crema intact. Second one, crema intact, but tastes like water. So, see this one? Got a good smell going on. Like I'm some sort of fucking...
You got enough Spro videos, so we thought we'd give it a try.
You're a connoisseur at this point, bro.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm going to put this one... This one is better than this one.
Okay.
So I got my little line here.
Okay.
That one's in first so far.
1,
Okay.
2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to give it an even shot here. I've never done this. I'm excited.
We should have had some ginger for you or something like sushi.
Wasabi between.
Yeah.
Again, this one's going to be shit. There's no smell going on. Am I like... You have to try this, dude. There's nothing going on here. Do you care?
No.
Just try this from this side. No, not that. Not
Drink it
that
my
side.
way. Drink it my way.
Yeah,
Okay,
for fuck's
face me. So no, face me though, so he doesn't see what it is.
Oh, whatever.
Okay.
Do you taste anything at all?
No.
What the
I
fuck
don't-
is that?
I don't like it.
There's nothing happening.
What's your preferred taste for
So
espresso?
the first, let me try the first one more time. This
Okay,
is
so those two.
dead last. Just 1 minute.
I think this one and it was that one that you said you liked
This,
so far.
the one close to you, I think.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
this is the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the second, right?
Well,
You have it in line right now.
yeah, we have it in line.
Yeah.
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 This is-
Okay. So 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4. All right, James.
All right, let's
let's
go.
reveal. Let's reveal 4 first.
Okay. Let's
Let's go that way.
You want me to do it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
You want me to do it? No.
Okay.
What's the big reveal?
At number 4, we got Lavazza Crema.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
it must have not.
That must be the
right
something
now.
wrong with the machine.
That's hilarious.
There's no way.
Man. Okay, we got 49 parallel
And number 3.
at number.
Yeah, a Canadian one. That
I,
makes sense.
I think it has to be the machine.
three.
Lavazza crema doesn't make sense.
Okay, now we got Salt Spring at number 2.
Okay. So
Another Canadian one?
So Oro's at number 1.
Lavazza Oro's at number 1.
Wow.
Pick
So
it up.
you're a sweet espresso guy or no?
Is that what it's supposed to be?
I think it's sweeter. It's
It's
like I think it's a
light
5 out of 10.
and fruity.
Yeah.
very fruity.
You know what I hate? And I find this at all non-Italian espresso shops
Mhm.
is that really sour
Mhm.
flavored espresso. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I think you had a video of that recently,
Yeah,
right?
I did. I wanted to fucking like every single place. Like when I go to the States, dude, I find an Italian owned
Mhm.
coffee shop because a lot of these ones is like, it's all like super sour and tangy, and
Yeah.
you know, I want it to taste like chocolate caramel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sweet, but
Thickness.
also a little.
And then like very dark chocolate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the Truchillo is my favorite out of the ones that you drink.
Yeah.
It's killer, dude.
Yeah,
Grand
I
bar
love it.
stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Super Crema ate the shitter, huh? Ate the shitter. Who says that?
We gotta try another one after the show and see.
We do. But you tried it. There was nothing. I was like, what's going on
We'll
here?
put a
Yeah,
correction.
it was very watery.
It was very watery.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't come out
Yeah,
right.
maybe we didn't make it right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're going to reach out to him and
Could
be
be
like,
us.
how did you make it, bro? What machine did you use?
Mark's,
hilarious.
Mark's favorite machine, DeLonghi.
I mean, listen, there's the problem right there. No, but even like the mocha pots, like they don't make the espresso the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't generate the same pressure. So like you don't get the crema going on
Mm-hmm.
unless
That's-
you do it like severely slow.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, if you do it like at like 2 on your stove and let it take a fucking hour, you'll get that.
Yeah.
But like, who's doing that?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
So we got to go.
12 minutes, fire it off.
Like that's when you kick the
Burn
people out, right? So you gotta do
Yeah.
it quick.
Exactly. Nonna's got to go to bed.
That's why I like the Nespresso. I don't like the Nespresso, but the Nespresso's fast. It's convenient.
Yeah.
Off the door.
I don't mind it. It's just got that manufactured crema going on
Yeah.
where it's like, this is basically just like aluminum foam. I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like it's foam. It's not crema. Like it's not part of the coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that sound weird?
No. My favorite crema is like the one, like the coffee machine you have, or like this one, like the whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like that thin layer.
But-
It has to be perfect thin.
Do you ever
layer.
find like there's a time where you're drinking espresso for the taste and you're just drinking it for the kick? Do you have like your moment where like I need a good espresso at this time? Like I'm watching the Milan game. I want a nice espresso. I'm gonna sit down, tune in.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Right?
need a nice, I want to sip it. I mean, and enjoy it. I want it like where it stains like my lip and my teeth for like, you know, where you look at me, you go, oh, he just had an espresso. You know what I mean? That's what I want when I have it.
Or he's been smoking for 30 years.
Exactly. Or I do asphalt for a living. You know what I mean? One of the two, 3.
That's hilarious.
That's jokes.
All right, Mark. Let's talk about your childhood a bit.
Yeah, let's get into obesity. Let's talk about being fat.
All right, let's talk about the neighborhood you grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
How did it shape your humor, and how do you think it shaped your personality?
That's a good question. Because I had a lot of like non-Italian friends. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the whole neighborhood was like one of those like cul-de-sacs or whatever.
Yeah,
And like everybody was from somewhere else, you know? So like my one neighbor was half Pakistani, and then, like his dad was Pakistani, his mom was from England. And then like I had Asians next to me that would babysit me all the time. Another set of Asians, Indians, Russians, like Polish, Germans, like the list goes on. Like a couple Filipino families. There was a few Italian families there, but like, you know, we would always be kind of like exchanging food and doing big barbecues with like, because everybody had young kids. So, you know, we'd all be playing in the street together, you know, road hockey, go to the park, soccer, basketball, whatever. And I was like the youngest of all the kids for the most part. So like, you know, I'm hanging out with like probably 15 kids that are all older, you know, and they just, you know, when you hang out with all the kids, like, hey, do this, hey, you know, do that. Like, and they make you do shit. And if it's funny, they just make you keep doing it, you know? So like my one neighbor, the Pakistani guy, his dad would be like, you know, his accent was like, you know, thick Pakistani accent, and would like, I would just start mimicking him, and like he thought it was the funniest shit ever. And he'd make me like, if his family called from Pakistan, he'd be like, pick up the phone, man, answer, do the, you know what I mean? I would like be him to them, and he would just die laughing. And like, so, you know, I still do accents now, and people get all offended sometimes, but I'm like, hey man, I grew up doing this with these people. That's how we got along. I'd give them pizza, they'd give me kebabs. We'd do accents. He would, you know, put me in like a full Punjabi get up. He'd give me a turban on. Like he would like, you know what I mean? They would just like
Skype the family.
exactly. You know, they would do shit like that and be like, do the accent, you know? So I feel like that kind of, you know, when you're the youngest out of everybody, you kind of have to have something to keep you in the game. You know what I mean? Like you either have to be fighting people, doing crazy dumb shit, or being hilarious. You know what I mean? So I'd try and find my lane, and being funny was usually it, or like making my mom cook for everybody and be like, make everyone food and let's come to my house. You know what I mean? So playing to the strengths. So that sort of, I guess, helped me with like, you know, having to be a little bit more extroverted and a little bit more social, and dial into the Italian stuff. And like, you know, a lot of them are like, everyone was a soccer fan.
Okay.
Everyone's immigrants and stuff. So like I said, the British guy's a United fan.
Mm-hmm.
My one buddy was an Inter fan. So like, you know, I was my family Milan fan. So like we'd watch big soccer games together, and World Cup would come around. We'd all be having our flags and fighting each other. You know what I mean? So it's it made for definitely loved my upbringing. Thought it was great. So yeah.
That's one thing I miss about childhood. Just being out on the street, you know, like now everyone's so busy, can never get together.
Yeah.
Have a big basketball game, whatever, you know. Can't
Dude,
do it.
hockey.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah. I used to have crazy hockey games, and I remember playing like full 5-on-5 with like kids waiting to play, like in the middle of the street, you know?
Yeah.
I used to love that shit.
Yeah. We had our basketball net, our neighbor's basketball net. We used to just put them on the street, full court game in the middle of the road.
Dude, the best.
It's amazing.
And I honestly, like when I was looking for a neighborhood when we had the kid, I was like, you know, Richmond Hill's not the same. Vaughn's not the same. Like everyone's grown up and moved out. So there's no changeover yet in Vaughan or Richmond Hill with like new young families. You know, that's still a little bit too expensive, or like there's still a lot of old people living there.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, we were living with my Nonna who lives in, she lives in Richmond Hill. We sold our condo. We were in Richmond Hill for like a year.
Cool.
Wanted to be set up when the baby got there. So then we were looking for a house.
Mhm.
And like, dude, we go to the park and there's nobody there. There's like an old Chinese guy doing laps and us. And like, and that's it. And you're like, this is a huge park, tennis court. Like there's nothing going on, right? We moved to Newmarket. Like we're like on the border of like Aurora, Newmarket. So we'll do it parks and both. Dude, it's like you have to fucking line up to use the swing. Like there's easily 50 to 100 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's baseball, soccer, basketball, tennis, like all happening at every park all the time. And like that kind of gives me the vibe as when we were growing up. So I was like, it's good to see, you know, they have like skate parks, which is like straight munja cake shit, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, hey, there's like 20 kids at the skate park.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like it's just good to see people outside and actually doing shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
probably see all these kids at the park. You're like, fuck, I'm not gonna have an iPad kid.
Yeah. Well, thank God. I mean, we're gonna make her. She's like the size of like 8-year-old boys. I'm like, go push that kid, get in there. You know what I mean? So
She doesn't need to wait in the lineup.
no, yeah, I'm like, pull your way out of the swing. Fuck that kid. You know? It's funny. It's a big baseball community in Newmarket, which is like my least favorite sport of all time.
Yeah.
You know, I would like fucking. If it was up to me, dude, sign a petition, get rid of baseball entirely. I would totally do it. But go Jays. So like they're like this baseball. There's like 4 baseball diamonds at the park near my house.
Yeah.
And it's rammed. There's like 3 leagues that happen. There's baseball 24/7, food trucks, fucking. It's going to like, you know, 2:00 in the morning. There's announcers for like 9-year-old fat kids.
Ooh,
they give them nicknames and like it's
That's
and I'm
crazy.
like, this is the best. You know what I mean? It's baseball, whatever. But like the fact that they're doing it to that level is awesome. Like when McDavid was playing in that men's league or whatever, right across the street from my house in the summer, like
That's
it was
sick.
great, you know?
Wow.
So
That's cool.
That's
yeah.
cool. Nice.
All that to say that kids parks. I don't even know how we got here. This is my problem on podcasts. I just, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Drift
that's good.
off.
We like the
Yeah,
natural,
exactly.
We like the natural stuff.
That's good. Let's talk about the size of your family. Did you have a large family growing up? Tell us a little bit about the dynamic and the role you played in that family.
Ooh, I like this. I feel like I'm in therapy. And how were you in your family? Did people show you love? I mean, I don't have a huge Italian family. Like, you know, both my parents just have a sibling each. You know, there's some people I know that like, my dad's got 8 brothers.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't one of those.
Yeah.
So like small groups of cousins, you know what I mean? A lot of crazy uncles. I've got like 4 or 5 uncles that are all nuts, you know? It would only get crazy like when we would do like bigger family events, or like when big events would happen, like a World Cupper, for example, like where we're gonna bring it out to like, let's have 50 people over, like big monumental events.
Yeah.
There are really big birthdays or barbecues, like reunion style stuff. That's when the family gets pretty big. Like that Vaughn show you guys came to, there was like 50 people there that were all just family, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so like it can get there, and it's just a list of characters.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? I was like so big, so young, you know what I mean? And like I wasn't really doing what, and I'm the first outside of my sister, but okay, this is gonna sound terrible, but like the first grandson of everybody. So like a lot more in Italian families pressure or excitement that I showed up, whatever. So like a lot more expectations for me to let's say, take over a business or be a part of this business or, you know how to use a shovel. You know what I mean? So I was never doing that stuff. And like, I kind of looked down at it. I'm like, buddy, this construction shit, like, where's the longevity here, dude? Like, I'm going to be 45, my back's going to be broken, and I'm going to be like, I got to find another way. Like, I can't keep using a shovel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kept trying to, like, and then when I started going towards, it was always something like instruments. Like, I was playing drums growing up, and then I was like trying to, anything I was doing wasn't Italian traditional. So it was always like, well, this is a disaster. Then it was massive, and I got like fat as fuck, big as fuck, like the biggest person in my family at like 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was always like, what's this fucking disaster gonna do? And anything he does do is it's always nuts. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It was hard to kind of navigate what it was. And even when I got into comedy and I was like, okay, comedy's happening. I think I was like 20. I was like, okay, we're doing this. Once that happened, it took a long time to get the families to even, my grandparents still to this day have absolutely no idea what comedy is. They think I'm a clown. Like my nonno's like, yeah, you do, like, it was so funny. He was like, I was like, I tried to relate to them on who, like a famous comedian that they would know. And it was like, he would bring up like Charlie Chaplin. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, close enough. Yeah. You know, like Three Stooges. He'd be like, oh, you do that? That's so funny. I love the three. Like, I play Three Stooges for my Nonno, dude. This guy, like, tears, like, just dying. But, like, how do I say what stand-up is? Yeah. No idea. Richard Pryor was the only one. And, like, he would say some pretty wild racist stuff. Like, he'd ask my Nonna. I'm trying to, like, find a way to say exactly what he said. I can't even say it.
We'll leave it out.
Yeah, exactly. But he would drop the N-word, and he'd be like, oh, who's the insert N-word that used to do that stuff on Oprah too? Sometimes he was on Oprah one time. He lit himself on fire. I'm like, yeah, that's the guy, man. Like, it is what it is. That's Richard Pryor. And he's like, oh, yeah, a lot of drug problems. I'm like, okay, yeah, the funny stuff, like not the drugs. Yeah. And even then, like, once my dad wasn't really on board. Like, my family always supported me financially and stuff, but like, you know, and even in like energy, I was like, yeah, go do what hey, if you want to, yeah, please go and do it. Yeah. But they were kind of like, when are you going to get it? Like a job? Like, what's, you know, my dad last week was like, a job opened up. You would crush this. And I'm like, you were at my show. Like, what, are you not seeing what's going on?
Dad, have you never been on my profile? Like,
you're just like, are you not seeing the trajectory here? And he's just like, no, I know, and that's great, and don't stop doing that, you know. But like, I'll never, like, the first moment where I was like, okay, I think Dad's on board here was like his buddies came to one of my shows. They went to a show at Yuck Yucks. I just happened to be on the lineup. I crushed, and then they started talking about me at work. So he was like, oh, everyone's talking about you at work. Like, this is fucking, look at this, it's working. Oh, look, you're confused. Like, you know what I mean? Then it started, like, when his circle did it, like, before it was like he'd get embarrassed being like, what does your son do? He'd be like, I mean, he jokes around. Like, he doesn't know what to say, you know? So I don't even know what the fucking question was that you asked me, but, you know.
No, you covered it.
Did I cover it? Okay.
Family dynamic.
Dude, stop me at any time.
No, we're good. We like the natural.
You can't give me fucking 5 espressos and think I'm not going to just ramble here.
You're good. You're good.
Do you do this with everybody?
No, it's actually the first time. Right?
This was one of the first, I think, segment ideas we came up with.
Yeah.
Dude, the car ride home, I'm going to be just sweating.
This might actually be the first segment idea that we came up with, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the fucking AC
first,
on.
Okay?
Yeah.
You saw it here first. Lavazza Super Crema.
It was made wrong.
Why don't you send me a bag and we'll see how it tastes
in the machine.
In a not DeLonghi machine.
Yeah.
You know, this guy was under the pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The hands were
You had to get me a towel to dry my boots. It was a whole thing.
Oh, fuck. Okay, let's talk about the boti growing up. How were you disciplined as a kid?
Listen, Mom, Dad, I'm sorry, but, you know, I got slapped quite a few times. My sister's going to listen to this and be like, you never got... But yeah,
I got it.
Oh, all the time. I'll never forget my Nonno fucked me up with a slipper once. And I don't remember how he hit me with it. You know, there's that old joke. I don't know who has it. It's either Joe Avati or Frank Spadone. I could be misquoting. But like a heat-seeking, you know, they throw the slipper and it like can turn corners and hit you in the mouth or whatever. I swear to God that happened to me. Like my Nonno, dude, like I was pissing off my Nonna. She was babysitting me. And I was like running around and like throwing shit over, whatever. And I turned the corner. And a fucking slipper just right in my mouth and I was bleeding. And like my Nonno slippers were like
Oh yeah.
those handmade thick,
Yeah.
basically wooden slippers.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm bleeding from my mouth and stuff. Like, I used to get hit all the time. My mom used to like hit my fingers with like spatulas or like wooden
Mhm.
spoons and just like give you one of these whacks.
Yeah.
Used to get the belt a lot.
The belt.
The,
The
metal,
belt
the
was-
metal, the metal part
the
of the belt.
buckle.
is the worst.
Oh, the buckle,
my
yeah. I
God.
used to get a
The
few.
buckle, yeah.
And again, it's I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I used to get beat all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I got my fair share. Definitely more than my brother, dude. My brother never got fucking hit. So we should hit him now. All right, Dad? Start hitting Matt.
It's only if
How
you
old's your
deserve
brother?
it, right?
My brother's 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
My brother, though, dude, used to know how to play my parents young.
Mhm.
I was like shit disturbing on both ends and like feuding them against each other. Whereas my brother would like, be like, Dad said I did something wrong, Mom. I'm sorry. We don't have to do this, and like give her a hug and like, he would kill them both with kindness and like never get hit.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, Mom, Dad said you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And then, so
Oh, the worst is when you say it didn't hurt.
yeah, no.
They'll come back for seconds,
Dude, one time my mom, I was running around the house and I was shirtless. This is the word. This is the one that's like stuck in my brain. I was shirtless. This is when I was jacked. Okay, if you can picture it. I was running around the house and then my mom was like, when you're chasing somebody and then you go the opposite direction to catch them, right?
Yeah.
So my mom goes the opposite way and just like comes swinging already with the bell. So just fucking right across the chest, dude. And I just remember like, it was a nice red strip and I was just wailing crying. This is because I refused to like do the dishes. And my backyard used to kind of like back onto the park. So I just like would go to the park and be like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you, Mom. I'm fucking leaving. Like would mouthing off. I'm playing basketball, dude, with a bunch of people. And like 15 minutes later, my mom, dude, in the van, like she had a van, would come on the grass over the curb and was driving, dude, gunning it right at the basketball court.
Yeah.
And just blowing the fucking horn. And people are like, buddy, your mom's on the grass. They're like, is that your mom? I'm like, I don't think so. Buddy, she gets out and she's fucking chasing me with the belt. I was on my bike and like chasing me on the grass with the van on my bike. It was terrifying, dude.
I've heard a lot of your mom's stories.
I apologize. Yeah.
No, they're
apologize.
funny. They're funny.
Yeah. So I got my mom hit me way more that agreement, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's expected.
Yeah. Was there ever any times where you were able to like use humor to kind of diffuse a family disagreement or anything like that?
Always. I feel
Yeah.
like that's what my my cousin said that the other day. He was like, you just cut tension with a butter knife, but
Mhm.
you go right through it. You use this stupid jokey bullshit. I don't know how you find a way to get away with what you say and you can somehow tell Nonna she's being a bitch without telling her and calm her down. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want to call it like social awareness, but like some people are just not aware how other people are feeling based on what you're saying in the moment.
Yeah.
And they're just mouthing off.
Mhm.
And old people are great at that, So like you have to find a way to really shut them down and steer their train off the fucking,
Yeah.
So
If you're a grandchild, I feel like it's a lot easier. Like I used to
yeah.
do that to my nonna all the time. She would get mad at me for something. I would be like, just to everyone around or whatever, I'd be like, oh, look, I'm going to make her laugh. Now that's all I had to say.
yeah,
Look, I'm going to make her laugh. Like in Italian, whatever.
Yeah.
She'd laugh.
yeah,
Like that's literally all I had to say.
it's the best.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Yeah, you have to use humor. Like, I mean, for school especially,
Mhm.
I would have been suspended way more if I wasn't like. There was teachers that hated me because of whatever reasons, but for the most part, they would like just love me and be like, I'd make them laugh. We'd have a good conversation. My mom would bring them McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm back in class. Like,
Yeah.
if I wasn't funny, I don't know if that would have happened. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
They
yeah.
probably would have been like, go to another school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Who in your family had the biggest influence on you and like what kind of lessons did they teach you?
Oh man. Like comedically, like funny wise?
I think like
Or
we're
j-
shaping you as an individual.
I don't know. Like I feel like at different stages it's been a different
Mhm.
person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I heard you talking highly of your sister at one point, and then
Oh, my sister would love to hear that.
yeah,
It's crazy. My sister hates when people don't know that I have a sister.
Mhm.
So now I'm making it a point to tell everybody that I have a sister.
It's good.
Yeah.
Hey, camera guy. He has a sister.
Hey, I have a sister.
He has a sister.
She's also single. Welcome to the family. Yeah, my sister from like because she was like a pretty big deal, like child actress wise and stuff like that for a while.
Cool.
So, and like she was both her and my brother were like honor roll students. you know, very smart academically. Then they got into music and would crush that. Like anything they did, they were good at it. Athletes, whatever, you know? Whereas like I'd be in the middle somewhere, just my dad would be like scratching his head, being like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you're just killing me, you know? But then like as you get older, then certain uncles took that role because I'd be like working for them construction wise. I see them making money and schmoozing people, and they were like, they got this shooter mentality, you know what I mean? Like these fucking Perlouis fucking Woodbridge guys, like, you know, driving a Maserati, whatever. Like you start getting like, you know, you see the money and the dollar signs, you can get impressed by this stuff. And you know, that sort of thing. You're like, oh wow, I like this. I want this. You know what I mean? My mom all the time for like, you know, the hustle of moms. And because my mom was basically my mom and dad for a while, because my dad would be working like so much. So like if anything happened at school, like my dad's not showing up. My dad would be like, okay, your mom can
He's like an IT guy or something.
He's in business and finance and stuff. So like if my dad came once because my principal was like fed up. And I might have mentioned this story before. Have I mentioned this story?
I've heard it. I think.
Okay, yeah. My dad was just upset that the principal was late for the meeting. It was like, you're pathetic. Like, this is why I don't deal with your people and all that kind of stuff. So, and like me and my dad would butt heads so much because we're so different. Like, couldn't be more different individuals, you know?
Yeah.
But now as an adult, like, and a dad, now I'm like, oh, I should have been looking up to my dad the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like he's been a lot more influential because I'm seeing like how like the hustle he was doing back then. You would just view it as a kid. You're like, oh, well, dad's not around, so dad doesn't care about us. And you're like, oh no, dad's working, mom's not working, dad's working triple jobs, dad's traveling. Like, you know, all the sacrificing going on. Yeah. And then like just the no respect or like value on it because he's just not physically there. Yeah. Now, should he have physically been there? Probably. You know, but even then he would take us on trips sometimes for his business and whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say between like all those people, and even when I was really young, like those friends that I was talking about that were older, I didn't have an older brother figure really. So like a lot of guys growing up would be, you know, that's why I got into soccer quite a bit or music or, you know what I mean? You start like, these people are like older brother figures to you. So it's changed over time. I don't know.
Yeah. Is there any, like, was it your sister as a child actress or any other part that, like, influenced you to be a performer and, like, be under the spotlight or?
No, dude, I didn't want to do this, like, until later. Like, you know, I wish I was the guy who'd be like, yeah, man. Like, I watched the Eddie Murphy documentary and he was just like, I was saying I was going to be famous at 5 years old. You're like, that would have been nice because then I probably would have expedited a lot of this. But, you know, I was like, if I had to do a speech at school, like, forget it, dude. I'd be like, oh, I'm not going today. Like, I'd be sweating. I hated it. Like, I wasn't very much for performing. I didn't take drama in high school or anything like that or improv or none of that shit. So, performing only came as a byproduct of like wanting to do the acting and the like the stuff that's the most not like yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I did some fucking stupid drama thing once. It was like a drop in high school. I was like, I got to sit in and do improv once. And I was like, had to act as like something that wasn't, I can't remember what the fuck it was, but I had to be like, you know, they give you these stipulations to act under. I was like, oh, this is completely far removed. I got to do a voice and an accent, a character, and it like crushed. And I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is great.
That feeling is the best.
I started liking that. And then I started like always making people laugh, class clowny shit. And then in college, I'm like writing ideas down for sketches and whatnot. But I didn't think about stand-up or performing until they made me do it in Humber, like Humber's comedy program or whatever. So when they made me do the stand-up, I was like, oh, fuck, this is way better. Like, it's not a speech, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to deliver history notes. I'm telling stories. Like, it was a whole different animal that once I did that, I was like, well, fuck, we're locked in.
Do you think you still would have done it if you didn't do the Humber course?
Probably not. No, I would have just done sketch and improv and like comedic acting and stuff. Interesting. Which is insane because like if you were to tell me like, hey, let's go back in time and never do stand-up, like I don't even know what I'd be doing right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's crazy how one thing leads to another too.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I feel like this is such a ridiculous chain of events, but like I remember I was in Mexico in grade 11. And I don't know if you remember in high school, but like you'd be choosing your next year's courses at the Christmas break of your previous year. Do you know what I mean? So it's like grade 11 Christmas break. I'm on vacations. I have to put my courses in for the following year. You know what I mean? Like what you're going to choose, or for the next semester anyways. And my dad did it. Like my dad went to an internet cafe. My dad, like I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, Dad, don't worry about it. Who gives a fuck? Like I don't care about this. You know what I mean? And this guy puts me in like physics, chemistry, algebra. And I'm like, brother, are you not getting the picture, dude? Like I'm not, this ain't for me. Like I just don't, you know what I mean? I didn't care about it. And like the grades, I would just coast through whatever I was doing. So then that then leads to me going to Seneca, to me dropping out of Seneca and finding Humber. Like it was just like a chain of events of like, let's call it rebelling against my dad's choices of what he wanted me to be, to then find myself at this like Humber audition. Yeah. Which then leads to the stand-up fucking, it's weird.
I'm sure you've met a lot of your friends there too, right? Like,
yeah, everybody.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Would you say you come from a stereotypical Italian family?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some things you notice?
We're all the same, dude.
Yeah.
We are.
I have met Italians all across America. I've met them in the UK. I've met them in other parts of Europe. I've been to where my family's from, both sides, my in-laws' sides. I've been to weddings in Sicily. Like it's just like it couldn't be more apparent. It's like the Milan Club stuff, right? You were asking me about before.
Yeah.
I now use these Milan Clubs. I don't use you guys. We're fans, we're friends, but like I start with that as a connection to like have like a base of people that I can meet and then network with, tell them about the shows. And then it's also like, great. Like if I'm in this city and the Milan game's on during the day, I don't have a show. It's fucking sick. You watch these games of these Milan Clubs, it's incredible. Yeah. But like you hang out with these guys, dude, it's like I've been watching games with these guys my whole life. You know what I mean? Like same with the IFTV guys and like, you know, the growing up Italian guys. Like you sit down and you're like, oh yeah, dude, I know these guys. Like, you know what I mean? It's same with you guys. It's like we've been cousins for 20 years already. We know everything. It's just so, it's so weird how like how a culture can just lock us in like that. Yeah. And I don't know if it's, I don't know what to attribute it to outside of like obviously the culture, but like the I think a lot of it North American wise is this like post-war generation of just like they all had no choice to be in the same mindset of like, well, we can't stay here. We can, but they chose not to do that, obviously. Yeah. We're gonna go somewhere, which was like a ridiculous amount of like trauma and suffering that they'll never deal with. But what, you know, I tried to do a good job at prying my grandparents open and being like, no, tell me what happened, like day by day. Let's go through it, you know? And they all have the same fucking story. They were all on the same boat. They all had the same trash job. They all built the same fucking Don Valley Parkway. Like, you know what I mean? You know,
suitcase.
It's the same fucking
treasure chest.
Dude. I literally we're gutting out my Nonno's house, 5 fucking chests. I'm like, you brought this here? He goes, yeah, that's on the boat with me. I had your Nonna didn't carry nothing. I had to, you know, and you're like, bro, I struggle with fucking a carry-on and a, you know what I mean? Like one luggage. This guy's got 5 trunks that are like 200 pounds a piece. You know what I mean? Like,
and you think they throw them out? They just utilize them.
They never throw. I told them like, I want these. You know what I mean? I'm gonna clean them up. There's like dead mice in like 4 of them. I'm like, this is disgusting. But you know, it's like a fucking history piece, man. Like, it's nuts when and then the more people you meet, and you're like, same story, same thing. You know, it was funny. My fuck, I feel so bad. You did this, okay? I'm rambling because you gave me all these.
No, you're good.
But when me and my wife started seeing each other more intensely, and like our grandparents met at a function, and my Nonno ended up he worked with her Nonno for the city in the 60s and 70s. Wow. And they used to be a part of the same fucking like overnight water team or some shit. Wow. Like they used to deal with like the water mains and stuff.
Oh shit.
Buddy, these guys get emotional. They give each other a hug. And I'm like, and my Nonno's like, can you, you don't understand. If you were to tell me his granddaughter going to marry my grandson, I'd say, yeah, okay, fuck up. But now look at this. It brings us back. And then, you know, her other Nonno, owned a butcher shop. My Nonno would go to his butcher and buy meat from every week. It's just like, it's all like, all dude, connected. It's so connected.
My parents were at the same wedding when they were kids, when they were little kids.
It's
same
insane.
wedding.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
I bet you if your grandparents met my grandparents, they'd find a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like, it's nuts, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we're all breaking the rules right now. We're all wearing our shoes inside the house. The camera guy's wearing his. Actually, no, he's the only one that's not breaking the rules.
Yeah.
What are some non-negotiable rules that existed in your household?
Taking off your shoes was one of them.
For sure.
No outside clothes in bed.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, like if I was wearing this and just
Yeah.
like jumped in my bed, my mom would be like,
Meeting.
nah, dude.
Yeah.
There was fish on Fridays for a period of time. That was one.
That's my least favorite.
That failed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That,
I did that for a bit. Like my Nonna passed away recently, and I did that for like a year, and then I was like, I'm sorry, Nonna. Like I'm not.
she's
I'm
up
not,
there like, I knew you would have.
Yeah.
Fish. I'm joking. It sucks. Your Nonna passed away. That's terrible, dude. My condolences.
Yeah.
It's wild. Some rules. I don't know. We weren't really like a church family. Like we were for a while. We had moments where like my family would go to church or even on the holidays would do that stuff.
Okay, let's go. Let's go outside the box a bit. How about at somebody else's house? Like if you go to your cousin's house or like your parents' friend's house.
I mean, well, it's like you're always bringing something,
Mhm.
right? You can't go anywhere empty-handed. Even if they tell you not to bring something, you have no choice to bring something. You know, it's like bottle of wine, bare minimum. And like you started to do this when like if you were dating somebody or you're getting older, your parents were like, you got to bring flowers, you got to bring a bottle of wine for the dad, flowers for the mom, and like don't be a loser. You know what I mean?
Don't be a fucking.
Don't shit at their house.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
my dad would be like, don't shit at their house, please.
Yeah.
Your shits are terrible.
I think Joe Avati has a good joke about that. He's like, they would lay out the nice cookies. Before you go, your mom would tell you don't touch the cookies, but then you're there and they ask you if you want a cookie, and then your mom says, take prendo cookie.
Yeah.
And then you just freaking get the beatings later.
You took a cookie. Those have been frozen for 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Always bring something. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like you don't. Oh, this was a big one. Never going into somebody's room, like master bedroom specifically. Never going into somebody's fridge, like never opening their fridge and
That's the one I
helping
was going
yourself.
Yeah.
Even when they say, please help yourself. If you ever need a drink, it's just like,
Stand there, no.
no, you have to ask. Brady, I'll never forget. And I actually think this was Nemo, dude. We came to my house once. We were filming a video and he was like, well, yeah, just like, we'll go into this room. I'm like, oh, it's my parents' room. Like the door's closed. You know what I mean? I'm like, just leave it. Like, we're not going in there. But he just like went in there and I was just like, brother,
I'm dead.
I'm like, no one's home right now. But if my dad comes home and you're in his room, he will kill you, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he was just like, well, no, but like we're filming. Like, I didn't even think about what room it was. We
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I get it. But like, I would never in my life be like, I wouldn't even go on your second floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless your Xbox was in your bedroom. And even then I'd be like, are we allowed up here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny. Nemo, you've done enough Italian videos, man. You gotta know.
Come on, dude. He's gonna be like, I don't remember that. I don't know why you called me out like that. I didn't. It had nothing to do with me.
He's probably practically Italian now. Eh?
I mean, yeah. He's. We both have our, dual citizenship. I call it. Like the Persian community loves me. I have that 3% Persian fucking blood test, which was hilarious.
Oh, that
Did
actually
you
happened,
actually?
eh?
Oh yeah.
That's
I got my
fucking
ancestry.com or whatever.
That's why the accent is good.
Yeah, and I got 3% Persian.
Wow.
And his mom's like, that's basically 100%. You are Persian. I knew it, But yeah, same with him. Like he's, it's very similar. Like Persian culture is so similar with like, it's big meals, it's big family time, family's everything. It's like, let me pay, that kind of thing. You're not allowed like, well, I can't remember what it's called. It's a taruz, I think. No, that's not it.
That's okay.
Taraf? Is it taraf? Where like you're not allowed to pay. Like if we go out to dinner, it's like I'm paying.
Yeah.
And it's like at all costs. Like people fight each other. Like it gets nuts.
I feel like I still do that with my fiance, and we basically share the same fucking accounts.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, for dates and stuff, it was always like you got to pay and pick her up and do that kind of stuff and introduce yourself to the parents. And my family were very much like, you're going in there for dating. It was like, you need to forget about the girl. It's the parents. You know what I mean? Like you have to go there. Don't even say hello to the girl. Go right to the parents. Say hello. Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Have a voice. Stand straight. Like very much like this.
Yeah.
And like to this day, dude, I've had girls. Now I don't have a fucking laundry list of women I've been with, but like anytime I've ever spoken to any girlfriend, like way later, or like, buddy, my parents still talk about you. I'm like, it's because I'm Italian, bro. It's just like all I did was shake your dad's hand, and I wasn't like Kyle who was being a loser, you know, or whatever. So
the one thing the girl has to do is the Bronx still unlock the door for you. You know?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's the one thing.
Yeah. That was so funny. Fuck, I forgot about that scene.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Was there more? Like, I'm trying to think. I know I'm missing some rules.
Very basic for me, actually. Actually, you know what? When we go to like a family member's house or like a friend's house, like I'd be in the back seat, my brother's just scrapping and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the warning would always be like, "You better fucking behave. You better fucking behave." And like you get like that quick little hand gesture. And you know what's coming. You're like, so you get to that person's house.
Well,
and
I
fucking
remember
like,
some of those.
you know, like
Yeah.
fuck.
I've had like when you're at the table, no whistling, no singing, don't make noise in your plate.
Buddy, no
knows.
hats at the table.
Oh
Was
yeah,
a big
that's
one.
a big
Dude.
Yeah.
one too. Yeah.
If my nonna saw you with your hat on, she would just stare at you the whole meal.
Yeah,
And be like, what's going on here? And then if you never took it off, I fucking can't remember who the fuck this was. This guy did not take his hat off the whole meal. And I kept saying, like, hey man, just make sure you take your hat off. Like, we're going to my nonna's, take the hat off.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bro, I didn't do my hair or whatever. I'm like, take the hat off. And then at the end of the meal, he's like, why is your nonna staring at me? I'm like, it's probably because you didn't take the hat off. As soon as this guy leaves, that's fucking son of a bitch. I never want to see him again. He don't take his hat off.
Yeah.
The disrespect. You're like, he had a bad hair day. I never minded hair. I was wearing no makeup. I was sweating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
She made the espresso for him right when he got there. She wanted him to get out.
Oh yeah, she was like, hit the road, bro. Hit the road.
Me. Another one was my mom would always say to us like, "Well, we're going to this person's house. If they have to say something to you, if I'm not the one that disciplines you, we're leaving." And we would actually leave if someone else disciplined us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that one actually. That's good.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just common. It's like, don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, just don't be a fucking idiot.
Common
straight
sense.
up.
But there's some people, dude. Like I remember growing up where like a kid would come over. It's always like the whitest kid on earth. Like I grew up with this kid. I'm not gonna say his name because he's a great dude now. So, but like back in the day, he was such a fucking shithead.
Yeah.
Like I remember he had a hockey stick in my basement, and he was like, you know, the red hockey balls, the little red ones,
Yeah,
the street hockey balls.
Yeah.
You know? He'd be like, you know, wristing it at the door. You know how the door has like squares,
Yeah.
like trying to hit each square or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then he's just like, he got mad and just put the hockey stick like through the door.
Fuck.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what the fuck is good? Like
At your house.
at my house.
That's
and like, you know, I'd have to be like, oh, dad, you know, I put the stick through the door. Like, my dad's like, you think I didn't know? It was this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, that kid's a fucking loose cannon.
Yeah.
You know? And he'd be like, you're going to go to his house. And you're going to take his pool cue and go right into the drywall. Right through the, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we wouldn't do that, obviously. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like, you'd have to take the blame for these kids because they would just be like, let's light a cherry bomb in your cantina. And my dad's like, like, you guys are crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We had
You know?
a few of those.
the cherry bombs
Oh, yeah.
were the best.
Yeah. No, we just had a few friends that would do
Loose
some
cannons?
questionable things.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And like I always, you know, same shit. Like I would fucking get into small groups of friends where like you'd all of a sudden light half the forest on fire and like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
take car symbols, all that garbage.
Yeah. Manhunt in the forest.
Manhunt through the forest, light the forest on fire, make a fort,
Yeah.
tie a kid to a tree and leave him there. Like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
the usual stuff,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
guys?
yeah,
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Let's talk about some of your classic Nonny stories.
Well, like my Nonno character is basically me amalgamating all Nonnos into one person that I've created. Like, you know, people have met my Nonno and be like, Nonno doesn't sound like that. I'm like, yeah, I know that. You know what I mean? But like, you know, my wife's grandfather's, you know, mine and some buddies, I've just like created this like universal Nonno, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you were saying before, we're all the same, right?
We're all the
So
same, you know?
You can do that.
But the it's more so just like how absurd it is and how like regular life to them is not regular life to us. You know what I mean? Like the juxtaposition of that is just it's evergreen. Like it's always going to be hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
But like funny wise, like my Nonna who passed away too was just hilarious, dude. Like she was like a roast comic just as like an old lady, you know?
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
she used to make fun of everybody. Like it'd be Christmas, dude. She'd come through the house and just start like if she just looked at you, it would be like 20 minutes of just like and following you around
Yeah.
and being like, yeah, and what about this? And like look at your this, like and ripping you. And like everyone's listening and dying, dude.
Yeah.
And like at some point throughout the day would get to everybody and rip you apart. Like one time she called my aunt like a a shaggy dog and a French Jew and like all this wild shit. French Jew's crazy. But like, you know, she called her these things and like we call my aunt these to this day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one time she looked at my Nonna, my other Nonna. So this is my Nonna on my dad's side.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
passed away. Nonna on my mom's side is coming up the driveway with lasagna. Okay. This is Christmas Day. And my Nonna opens the door and she goes, "Oh my God, Giovanni, you gained so much weight.
Oh my God.
You and your hair, fuck, look like burnt grass."
Oh my god.
Burnt grass is like just hilarious. She got some weird dye job. Went to a Chinese salon and like they butchered it, right?
Yeah.
And my Nonna gets upset. She goes, and my Nonna who said this was like huge,
Yeah.
like just a very fat lady. And my Nonna's like, "Ma, you calling me fat? You are fatter than I am." She goes, "Yeah, but I've always been fat. You've become fat. That's way worse." Like, dude, and just everyone is rolling themselves like, you know. So just this, I'd say the biggest takeaway is the no fucks
Yeah.
given
Yeah.
from that generation at all.
It's like they don't understand what the problem is of the things they say.
No,
Like,
and
don't even-
they don't care either.
Yeah,
Like, especially now that they're old, it's like, I'm 88. Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna pull my dick out, and you're gonna do nothing about
Yeah.
it. Like, you know, my Nonno's great. Like some of the shit he does, he goes, I'm like, "No, like your balls are out." And he's like,
Yeah. So
"What are you gonna do?"
Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
no, he's in an old age home. He's wearing like fucking
yeah.
stupid shit. Like, you know what I mean? So, but like, they're just not giving a fuck to speak their mind
Yeah.
and actually feel like it's their job to speak their mind
Yeah.
and be like, "Well, we're family. Like, I gotta tell you." You know what I mean? Or like, oh, they'll see somebody in a store. Like, my Nonna has the balls to go up to people in stores and be like, "Excuse me, you know, you got this fucking thing on your face. It's so bad. You should remove it." And you're like, fucking poor guy's got a mole on his face and like he's shopping for zucchini at Fortino's. Like, leave him alone, right? Like, you think he doesn't know that,
Yeah,
and he's probably wanted to get it removed. But my Nonna, for some reason, is like, maybe someone needs to just give him a little push, and then
Yeah.
he's gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, and why are you that person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why not? And you're like, I guess. Like, when you have the argument and you hear their logic, you're like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
feel like the world could use a little more of that. And that's why I love
Yeah.
doing the Nonno characters so much,
Mhm.
because I get to say what I think sometimes. And people are like, "Oh yeah, Nonnos say that shit."
Yeah. And
I'm like,
it's not you, right?
it's not
like,
me, but
them.
it is me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's cool.
yeah, I'd say that just that mentality of like, you know, speak your mind, say what you think, and don't be afraid, and that's it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So,
so it's so unhinged. It's like brutally honest, and like they think they're doing like the best thing ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
It's like-
best.
yeah.
Yeah, my Nonna told me the first time she moved to Canada, she told me this whole story about the first time she met a Chinese lady and she saw a Chinese person. And she was like, we used to gather around because she used to work at a grocery store. My Nonna, she's like, she'd come in every Friday at like 2:00. And we used to like, if no one else who worked at the grocery store has seen the Chinese lady,
Oh my god.
they'd be like, you got to see the Chinese lady. She's
Oh
coming
my
at 2:00. And they would like watch her and just watch her and follow her throughout the store. She's like, we would just laugh at the things she would buy and whatever. And she's like, one day I went up to her and I said, I just want to see you up close.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
Yeah, like they.
Dude, she's a
they're
fucking alien.
unhinged.
Yeah, and she's like, Ma, I never seen one before. She's like, you remember the first time you see somebody not like you? And I'm like, not really, no.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've been around all these people. She's like, yeah, I wasn't like that before. And you're like, you don't even think about that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, you know, we work at this Italian grocery store in this Italian Jewish area. We're all the same.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You see, you know, she's like, I remember seeing my first black person. I remember seeing my first Chinese. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. You
Yeah,
know? That's
that's
just something
insane.
would never happen to us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
even like they have a problem. I don't know if they have a problem, but like understanding the concept of being gay.
Oh,
Like-
fuck. Yeah,
like
they have no
one,
idea.
One of my Nonna's sisters, she passed away now, so it's fine. I can talk about it. She called up one of her sisters one time. She's like, "Hey, you know this person, they have the disease. You
Yeah.
know gay." Like she literally just says it like that.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Like I don't understand how do you
Yeah.
say that?
And it's just like, how in Italian culture do you not know what gay is? It's been a thing for about 7,000 years. Like,
Like it's
they've been doing
crazy.
gay
It's
shit
crazy.
forever. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
Crazy.
It's
crazy.
wild.
You guys remember the thing on Family Guy when he was trying to tell his mom, or he was telling someone at the table,
He's
that-
artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then after I think the brother's like, or somebody's like, yeah, you mean gay?
Yeah.
And then she started fucking bawling her eyes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have said it anyway. It's just
he's a little bit under the table or whatever.
Yeah,
trying
to find a bunch of
that was the one.
That was hilarious.
That was so good.
Okay, so you travel a lot for your career. Big Italian community in Toronto, big Italian community in New York. What are some of the biggest like differences you see between them, like culturally, or I guess culturally not really, because like you said before that we're all the same. But like I don't know, we always go back to like in terms of the way they pronounce things, you know.
Of course,
like they get mad at us for saying
Gabagool.
bro, but then they do all these things, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so funny.
Well, it's just they've been there longer.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like the history of it, like there's no more first generation Italians there. Like there's some people coming over from Italy there now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like a lot of those people are like third, fourth generation already. Whereas like my dad grew up in Italy, you know, my grandparents were born there.
Yeah.
That's like whatever. I'm like the second or third generation, right? Same with you guys. Over there, it's like another 2 or 3 generations deep where like a lot of their family went over before World War One, or like, you know, after the First World War, never mind the second one. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know, not sure how much you guys know about like World War II or whatever, but like a lot of the American Italians were helping out getting the U.S. military through Sicily, through the U.S. mob connection and all that. So it's like there was already a huge influence of like Italian mafia, Italian culture there in fucking way back. You know, these were younger Italians and stuff. So like they then merged that with like Italian American is its own culture at this point.
That's fair.
That has become, and that like a lot of American culture is, in my opinion, like Italian culture. You know what I mean? Or it's like Italian American, and it's like if you're from New York, like you're a little Italian. You know what I mean? Even like I saw what's his name? Ari Spears talking about this, where he's like, if you're black, he's like, if you're black American, like from New York, he's like, you're a little Italian. You know what I mean? Because he's like, a lot of these root words or whatever, like have come from this influence of culture from that like huge influx of immigration from Italy then. So like over here, it just was newer. You know what I mean? So like, and a lot of us over here, we're holding on to the tradition. And I think that's because a lot of Canada's so young as a country, whereas like American history and American culture, it goes way further back than Canadian does. Like Canada's still finding out whatever their fucking identity is. And Canada's identity is just like, come everybody and let's all hold hands and we are everyone. So, you know, it's like, it's very important for like you to hold your roots, to all of us to hold our roots.
I'm
like
Italian here in the States. They're American first, and then they're Italian.
Exactly, right? And then when you know, I have a whole joke about that, and then you go to Italy and you're like, I don't feel Italian either. But, but it's just like, for example, a good comparison I like to make is like over here you take you know, black people, for example. You know, you have like a lot of them are from different places, like Caribbean, whatever. Like when I go on stage and I go, hey man, where are you from? Regardless of who I'm asking. Let's say it's a random black guy, I'm like Jamaican, Trinidadian, Guyanese, African, somewhere in Africa, like they'll name wherever their country is. Right? In the US, it's like, where are you from? DC. No, but where are you from? DC. And you're like, okay, so like, you know, now, okay, I know with the direct black comparison, there's obviously, you know, there's the slavery and all that kind of stuff that kind of shaped why and what that is. But in general, you can ask like the Italian guy, he'll be like, Jersey. You're like, but where? Central Jersey. You're like, you know what I mean? Or like, what? North Jersey. It's very patriotic, and it's like where your state is, whatever. Like a lot of the traditional or background or heritage of where your family's from is completely watered down and diluted. And there isn't really I don't want to say there's not a need, because you're seeing the need now where they're carrying out the traditions and they're keeping it. And like now we're all blending because of social media. Like you're seeing more Italians right now coming over and working in Toronto, same in the US. So there is this phenomenon and like everyone working together and talking, like, you know, I'm on the Growing Up Italians podcast. We talked about the same thing. You know what I mean? So like they're aware of what they're doing and why they call it certain things and why we call it certain things. And, you know, and we're all getting along about it. You know what I mean? So
it's funny.
And then Italians from Italy come and go, you're both fucking stupid. We don't do any of this anymore. You know what I mean? It's actually, I feel like even culture, language wise, like trying to learn Italian growing up, it's like you're learning your Nonna's busted up dialect from 44 or, you know, the 30s when they were growing up. And then if you go to Italian school, they're like, what are you saying? We don't
Yeah.
know this dialect.
They tell you something, you're like, no, that's not it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Right. So like learning Italian was hard because you can't use it with anybody who's not in this dialect.
Yeah.
And then the Italian that is being spoken here from a regular Italian who comes over is like, I feel like I'm listening to medieval times Italian.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what is this? Like, you know what I mean? So Italian kind of, we're getting this old school Italian in Toronto because it's not evolving. You know what I mean? So
No.
fuck, I don't know.
But even when they go back home, like now they speak proper Italian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's no more dialect. It's
No more dialect. And like, you know, they have to go with the older generation. Like my grandparents went back recently and they're like, fuck, man, Italy is not the same. And I'm like, I've been trying to, you haven't been back since 68 or whatever. Like, what did you think? It's been 50 years. Like, you know,
Now
and
that
they
we've
probably
brought-
like it. They like it here more.
oh yeah. They're just like, we could never, like they see how their family lives over there. And they're like, it's just not possible. We don't even live the same.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if your grandparents, if they like a house like this, it's like, forget it, dude. A house like this in Italy, there's like 6 families in there.
Yeah.
Or like at least 2 or 3 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay, now that we've brought the Italians into the mix, we've heard this debate a lot on the internet. I think Andrew Scholes is a big
Andrew
one that I've
Scholes,
heard it from. He says the top restaurants in New York, the top Italian restaurants in New York.
Dude, please don't get me started on this garbage.
What do you think?
That was the dumbest take that man has. I love Andrew Schultz. Hey, Andrew, I love you, dude. You're the best. You're great. That is just complete.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's not even close, dude.
Yeah.
Almost every meal now, here's the thing. You got to know where you're going, okay? Because in Italy, there's a lot of like,
touristy.
yeah, there's a Somalian guy with a hot plate in the back. Like, it's not Italian food. It's a tourist trap. Like, you go to Venice. You're not eating anything in Venice that's remotely authentic.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you look behind there. It's an American guy. It's a Canadian guy. And it's a Tamil guy. Like, it's just not who like just
Pizza
showed
Nova.
up. Exactly, right? It's like you're not getting good authentic food.
Yeah.
There is great food in New York. Some of the best restaurants in the world are in New York. But if you're going to, like, for example, I went to Modena or like the Emilia-Romagna region, like the food capital of Italy, basically. It's just like every restaurant is like 20 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Original recipe stuff. And it demolishes anything I've ever eaten by a miracle mile, dude.
Yeah.
And then it's
I
like,
kinda had the feeling.
oh, right. And then you're like, you go to New York and you're like, okay, dude, you gave me a popcorn bowl full of spaghetti.
Yeah.
I get it. The quantity's there, but it's very much their flavors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just can't compare flavors. You know what I mean? Like there's some places that, you know, you're importing good ingredients from all over the place. Like there's some pizza shops that are outstanding over there. But again, like better than Italy.
Yeah, you can't compare.
You're not eating at the right place.
Yeah.
I've actually went to a few places in like Rome. The pizza was fucking awful. And then
Yeah.
I ended up in Ischia.
Yeah.
As soon as we got off the fucking the boat there, the first restaurant we saw, there wasn't much right at that we stayed on the wrong side of Ischia, first of all. So as
So
soon
you
as
know you're getting the real food.
yeah, bro. But as soon as we got off the boat, we're like, fuck, like let's go drop off our luggages. We'll go get something to eat like in that little town. So we go to this place. It looks pretty grimy. It's small. There's like a little outdoor patio, but the food, I'm looking at the fucking prices compared to like Capri,
Oh, forget it.
Sorrento. It was like a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
I kid you not. It was a family-run business, and the son was inside making the pizzas. Bro, it was the best pizza I had in Italy. It was insane.
Dude, I almost cried once when I had pizza in Naples. I was like, this is it's unbelievable. And like, you're just not going to get those ingredients. Even if you're shipping it over, there's something about, like, there's some places where it's like, there's still nonnas in the back, hand making every tortellini that you're putting in your mouth.
It's the love.
Forget it.
Yeah.
I don't even, like, it's just not even close.
Yeah.
Again, I've had some of the worst Italian meals in my life in Italy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had it where like it was a frozen pizza crust with the fucking holes in it. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, this is like worse than pizza, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, again, it depends where you're going. And even then, like if you go to some really high-end restaurants, you're going to get middle of the road stuff sometimes because it's tourist trapped out. They get it. They know that this is summertime and you're here for the fucking Instagram pictures in Positano somewhere. You know what I mean? Like they understand it. But it's like going to Portugal, bro. When I see a guy fucking take a spear and stab a fish and put it on the grill, it's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. You're not getting
Better
that
in New York. Is it, dude? Is it? I saw a rat the size of a bear run across the fucking restaurant back door. It's
Those
like,
things are scary, man.
of course, yeah, they're the size of
Oh my
fucking
God.
children, dude.
Crazy.
Fuck, we've seen some pretty big ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Our old work. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, some New
Oh
York
my
rats, buddy. They have a diet, buddy. Those ones eat, dude.
Yeah.
New York rat versus Toronto raccoon, dude.
Oh, shit.
UFC 500 matchup. That would be killer. I don't
We
know
gotta
which
do
one's
that.
bigger. I'd probably take the New York rat because it has a gun, dude. I don't know.
The teeth on that thing.
Right? It's pretty
Yeah.
fucking ghetto. All right, let's talk about your dream career as a child. What was it?
Pick the sport. Dream career was like I wanted to be winning the World Cup. You know what I mean? So that died out at like 5. You know, I was a good soccer player till I was like what 6, and then and then got fat as shit at like 8, and then transferred to like a different sports at different times. Like then there was a period where I was playing football, and I was like, oh, I'm getting good at this. It was always just a professional athlete of some sort.
Mhm.
You know, then I really liked basketball. I was a Larry Bird fan, Steve Nash fan, whatever. I was like, we're going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Because I was always playing like center and I was always big. But then once you get to a certain point where you're like, 6'3" is not big in basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'd be a point guard. And I was like, well, now I have no chance. Yeah. And that was when I I tried out for Seneca college team. And like, I ended up going to this tryout. I didn't go to a tryout. They had the tryout ends and then they're doing like an open gym after. I missed the tryout. So I'm just playing like I'm in one of these runs. And their center is like 6'9". There's another guy who's like 6'7", and they can like hit threes and shit too. I'm like, garbage.
Good luck.
But they were like, hey man, we have a spot for you on the team. Like you're actually pretty good, whatever. But I was like, bro, we're like, where do you think I'm playing in this team? You know, they're like, we'll put you at the 3. I'm like, the 3 or the 4. I'm like, are you seeing these guys? Like, it's like they're the same height, but they're incredibly athletic and they can dunk and like hit me. Like, I'm good for a fat dude. You know what I mean? I'm not like, they're like, yeah, but we suck. So we could use a few more bench guys. So I was like,
Okay.
all right, what's the schedule? And it's like 4 nights a week we're practicing, 2 games on the weekend. I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. That's
You know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
work.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like when you realize how much effort and like luck it takes to be a professional athlete, I make it sound like it was a choice. And I was like, I chose not to make the NBA because of the commitment level.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I was junk, but like the all the contact sports, like even lacrosse, I'd get injured easy. I was like, sports are not for me. This is great. You know what I mean?
You found your
So-
calling.
Yeah, and then eventually, it just shifted. Then I was like, my Nonna was a pretty good cook. She would always run those hot tables at like these grocery stores.
Yeah.
My mom was a chef for a while. My uncle's a great cook too. So like, cooking became something that I was doing on the side.
Yeah.
I would do construction first and then started doing comedy. And I was like, okay, you can't work construction from like 5 to 5.
Yeah.
And then go do shows. Like
Tired.
you're dead.
Yeah.
You're yawning, you're falling asleep in the green room. They're like, okay, Mark.
Yeah. We've
I'm
had
like,
a couple of those.
Yeah, you're like, bro, there's no shot.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, if I can work at kitchens, you can work. Kitchens always have a ton of staff, and then you can work from like, at that time, from like 9 to 3. Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the restaurant, do a bunch of prep, do the lunch rush, and I'm out of there. You know what I mean? Be gone by 2, 1 o'clock sometimes. You know what I mean? And then you can book off so much time. So there was a point in my life where I was like, okay, I could be a chef. I could, you know what I mean, and like go that route. Because I still love cooking like now, and like I'm all into the fucking
Sunday Sugo. I see it
all the time. You know what I mean? The knives, the pans, whatever.
Yeah.
I always go to a cooking course somewhere. Every time I travel, I try and take like a thing. Tons of chef friends. Always wanted to do some sort of chef show or something. But yeah, it's the same lifestyle as being a comic, right? This problem is like, it's late nights. You're working fucking nonstop.
Yeah.
So
You spoke about construction. Was that your first job?
no, my first job was food basics, being a
Okay.
fucking stock shelving kid, taking in deliveries.
Yeah.
Then it was PetSmart doing the same thing. Stupid. Then working for my dad throughout the summers. And then it was just like, construction,
Golf course, no?
golf courses, a ton of those too.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, after a couple of years of construction, you're like, bro, I'm going to die. Like,
Yeah.
I have so much respect for these. Like those guys that are like lifers at construction sites. You're like, go look at them now, dude.
Yeah.
Busted back.
Yeah.
They can't golf.
They can't do nothing, dude. They're defeated. Like, and anyone who's really, really made a fortune isn't doing the wheelbarrow pushing no more. They're not lifting the bricks. They're not actually doing the labor. It's like, you got to train these young guys. Then by the time these young guys are 30, they've opened their own thing and started. You know what I mean? Like, you have to like climb the ladder to get out of the labor part quick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
I was never doing that. So they're always like, okay, Mark, bring all those bricks from there to there. I'm like, okay, dude, fuck.
Still asking you for help to this day, no?
To this day. Yeah. I owe my uncle favors. So the concrete.
The concrete. Did you learn any lessons from those jobs that you worked at, like the pet store, food basics?
That you're able to like carry forward with.
Yeah,
you.
all of them were. Mark doesn't do well with authority, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like I don't do well with authority. It's like when you see people in positions of authority
Mm-hmm.
who are fucking stupid,
Mm-hmm.
you're like it's just, I'm finding that everywhere I go in any industry, anywhere.
Yeah.
90% of the time, the person who's making the decision is an idiot,
Yeah.
or just is like, just like everybody else, you know, trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
They have so much shit going on outside of this job. And like, you know what I mean? So you can't like, you know, you get these jobs and you're like, oh, this guy, like he's my boss. And you like, you look up to them, you're afraid of them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you know, this guy's hitting bowls in his car before he comes in, and he's an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking Dungeons and Dragons kid. And you're like, brother.
I feel like one of the biggest issues is like it's so hard to find your actual passion. And like, I don't know, I haven't found mine yet. Like I'm doing work right now, but it's just just
I mean,
You're chasing it, bro.
yeah.
You're chasing
Yeah, I
We're
guess.
doing it right now.
This,
Right
yeah,
now.
exactly. This is like, but this is what I'm looking for with this, right? Like
Yeah.
we're opening ourselves to new opportunities and seeing what happens.
Meeting new people. Yeah. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. I feel like not a lot of people, I'm not saying you do this, but not a lot of people try a lot of things.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially there's so much pressure on kids in high school to be like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You got to figure it out. Like you're in grade 10, university's around the corner, bro. And then like, what are you going to be a doctor or a lawyer? Choose it now. You can never change it. You know what I mean? And then it's like, then you go to university for whatever that is. You're going to spend $100,000 by the time it's over. And then you feel guilty if you don't do that because your parents spent $100,000. You've been saying you were going to be a doctor since you were 16.
Mhm.
Now you're 28 and you're not. You know what I mean? Like, whereas for me, I mean, forget me. In your 20s, it's like you should be doing everything. Try it all. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think people are just scared, right? Like at the beginning, I guess we were kind of scared to start this, but we just said let's just do it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And
Just roll with it.
we've been able to. We've been doing pretty well.
No, this is great.
Yeah.
Fuck. Look at this. I'm 5 espressos deep, monologuing my way through this podcast.
You're good.
Discovered a
We
few that
love
you
it.
don't like.
We love it.
I mean, it's very clear which ones we don't like. Fuck. Yeah.
So you worked all those jobs.
Oh, right. I didn't even say, what did I take away from these jobs? Is that what you asked me? Right?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, but your
So-
authority.
yeah. You don't do all with authority.
I just
That's a good. That's a good takeaway.
Well, one
Not
guy
everyone does, right?
in construction
Yeah.
actually stuck with me because I pissed him off because I was shitting on it. You know what I mean? I was like, every time I was at work, at this time I was producing my own shows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, fuck this. I don't want to do this, but whatever, right?
Mhm.
Having this attitude the whole day, every day. And this guy snapped because he's a lifer. He still works for my uncle to this day.
Oh shit.
I mean, and he's like, you know, it looks like he's been working for my uncle for like 5 lifetimes.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you know, he would snap and be like, you know, for some of us, this is our comedy. Like,
Mhm.
I love doing this. I want to do this. And when some kid like you comes here and doesn't want to do this, it makes me want to kick you in the head. You're disrespecting my job, my passion, what I want to do. He's like, imagine you were at a show and I kept coming up there being just like, this is fucking shit and fucking stupid. You'd be like, bro, get out of here then.
Like
You know what I mean?
a heckler.
Yeah, a heckler, or even like another
Yeah.
comedian who like doesn't want to be there. He's like, dude, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. You know what I mean? He's like, don't be shitting on what could be someone else's dream and passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, just don't be a negative piece of shit
Mhm.
Yeah.
and watch how, you know, more receptive people are to even your attitude and your energy and all that. And you're like,
It's a good lesson.
fair enough.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good lesson.
Yeah. Is that even a lesson?
Yeah. Do what you
I'd call it.
like. Go for your
Just
passion.
do
right?
it, bro.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it.
If we were to go back into the day now, okay, we see young Mark.
Brutal.
What's one thing that he would be most surprised about looking forward to now?
Most surprised about.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think.
Like
I'd
in
be
terms of
doing
your
this.
life, your career.
Is it
Honestly,
just your career.
all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. They'd
Pretty
be-
much.
Well, I mean, he'd be like, "Oh, you're still fat." Okay, we see that didn't.
No surprise.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, so the diet I'm currently on won't work." Okay, I figured that was going to be the case, and the 10 diets after won't. So that's cool. He'd probably be shocked that like I'm married with a child. Here's the thing, like you always compare yourself to like your goal
Yeah.
sometimes, or like I do that. Like I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine the other day. He tends to be a little bit of a negative individual.
Yeah.
But he was just like, sometimes people get upset if they're not where they want to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I feel like everybody feels that way. Everybody's not where they think they should be for where they are at. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like when I started comedy, I'm like, oh, dude, by the time I'm 30, you know what I mean? I'm going to be selling out arenas. Like, you know what I mean? You're just like, okay, I'm going to just expedite and crush this whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
But that's just not the case. And it's like a slower grind. So I feel like depends how young I am. Like if I'm like 12, 13, they'd be like, I'm a what? A comedian?
Yeah.
No shot, dude. Like, I don't even think that wasn't even in my top 100 things that I would ever do.
Yeah.
And it would always freak me the fuck out to do any of that public speaking. Like I was telling you, I
Yeah.
think it'd be shocked that I'm doing comedy and that I'm even good at it would even be another shock. And then, being a dad and be like, oh, you actually are fucking people. Unbelievable. You're not still a virgin. Good for you, buddy. You're not still jerking off 100 times a day.
The kid's proof.
Yeah.
The kid's proof.
Yeah.
Boom. Blows brain.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. All of it. Like, I just didn't think I'd be doing any of this.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
So let's switch that then. Let's move into the career a bit. When did you realize that you could be doing this full time?
There was just that first, again, it's so cliche, dude. Just that fucking, after the first time I did stand up, I was just like, yeah, we're locked in. Like,
Yeah. What was the reaction in like the lessons that you learned?
oh,
the
I
first time?
fucking murdered, dude.
Yeah.
I have it.
Was it a club here? Or
It was at
random?
Yuck Yucks in
Okay.
Toronto.
Okay.
Nice.
And I crushed.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I go back and watch it and I start sweating
Yeah.
because like it's actually terrible. Like I didn't do that great, but like
Yeah.
I felt like I'd murdered.
Mhm.
And I did get a lot of laughs throughout the whole thing. And my second set was silence the whole way through. But still, I was just like, no, whatever, that joke sucks.
Yeah.
Like I'm never doing that again. But like just that first thing, you're like, you had that moment of like, okay, I feel like all roads led me here.
Mhm.
This is what I'm supposed to do. We're just going to do this from now on until something else I do gets me like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was that, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Did you know you were gonna kill it?
No. Oh my God, dude. I was fucking like, I didn't even want to do the stand-up course. I was like, guys, I don't want to do this. They're like, well, you don't have a
Yeah.
choice. Like that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, you work on writing this material for like 3-4 months with everybody. Everyone helps you work on it. The teachers help you work on it who were also comics.
Mhm.
And then like you're rehearsing it like over and over again every day. And then like fucking day comes, buddy. And I'm just like, my balls are in my stomach. I'm
Yeah.
I got to shit. My dick shriveled. My fingers are cold. Like, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like, your body's fighting to stay alive. Like you're so
Yeah.
nervous. And like, it becomes a blur, dude. It becomes like, I even remember for the first like 6 months to a year of stand-up, it's like you get off stage and you don't really remember what happened.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
you remember if you did good or bad,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but you're kind of like, when you're up there, you're like, you're in another
Yeah.
situation. I don't know how to explain that. I know
I
it
feel like
sounds
there's
weird.
a word for it in comedy.
It's like, it feels almost out of body a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you're like just robotic. You're saying the things that you have prepared to
I think
say.
it's a flow state, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, well, fuck. I feel like you get to the flow state now, whereas
Yeah.
like back then, it's like you're just like because you're so nervous. You're like in this mode of like just let me get these words out, see how this goes. You're riding, like you said, I guess a flow state. You're like riding the wave and just kind of like trying to do what you think is best to finish this well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did the nerves kind of calm down a bit the next time after you realized you did good, or they're always?
No, dude, no.
Yeah. How about? I mean, now they're probably a little
No.
less. No,
No.
not at all.
Okay, it's just the time
Yeah.
less, like meaning like now I get nervous, depending on the size of the show,
Mhm,
like
sure.
but I get nervous like 15 minutes before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before it was like I'm nervous for 4 days. I'm nervous
Yeah, yeah.
all week.
Yeah.
You know
How
what I
about
mean?
once you're out there? Like, how long are you nervous for while you're out there?
Oh, while you're out
Yeah.
there, it's like it doesn't even like it's just a blur. You're
Right
like,
away it goes. Yeah.
it doesn't go away. You're just like, oh well, we're here,
Yeah.
so I got to dive into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is the best part, dude. Like that's why I love stand up so much because like you don't have a choice to go
Yeah.
100% while you're in it. You know what I mean? Because you could just tank so easily.
Mhm.
So you kind of have to be in the moment quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And call all these audibles because like everybody's thinking about whatever's happening.
Yeah,
So like if there's
for
some fucking lady in the room who's being a drunk bitch or like just a lunatic or there's a guy who's being a fucking prick
Mhm.
who's talking loud to his wife the whole time. If you're in the room and you're feeling the same way, chances are half the room is.
Yeah.
So if I go up there and I mention all that, everyone's like, this guy's the best. Thank God someone's calling out this garbage. You know what I mean? So you just have to be aware of everything that's going on and then try and, you know, tap into the same vibe as everybody.
Yeah.
Were you ever like a shaker when you're nervous? Like, how about if you're holding the mic and it's shaking? Do you notice that?
No.
Like, get in your head?
No, I was never,
Okay.
dude, it was like, this is terrible to say, but like shitting, dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there was times where it's like, I shit like 5 times before the show. It's just like diarrhea and like, I gotta piss. Like, your body's just like, oh, what are we going to war? Like, why are we, you know what I mean? You just, and I would get so cold and just be shitting my brains out always.
I remember during like school presentations or something, if I would have to hold notes or something, I'd shake. And then I think like the shaking got in my head more and it would make me like get way more nervous. And like, I love comedy. I would love to try it, but I feel like that might happen when I'm on stage.
Your mic stand.
Kind of like,
just pop it in the mic stand.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I would shake a lot.
I'd shit on stage.
I have shit on stage.
Yeah.
So
what was that story like?
I feel like I've mentioned that before. Have you?
No, I don't know if I saw that one.
Drop it in your pants quick.
Oh, dude, it was terrible. I got food poisoning in Vegas.
Oh, shit.
And I was at a taco truck the night before. And 9 times out of 10, taco trucks in Vegas are amazing. But I got food poisoning, throwing up all night. And I had a whole week of shows lined up. And I'm throwing up, shitting like crazy. I went to the pharmacy and they give you like concrete mix, basically.
Yeah.
Which is like, we're going to stop everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on stage, dude. And just, I don't know. I had 15-minute middle spots. So I'm doing this 15-minute spot, dude. And I just feel like running down the back of my leg, just like hot. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I didn't know that I shit myself. I'm like, what is it? Like, there's water like going down my leg. I'm like, what is that?
From the ceiling?
Well, I was just like, maybe I'm just sweating really badly or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just sweating, buddy. Then it starts to fucking reek, dude.
Oh, shit.
Then I pull one of these because I feel it like by my ankle. So I like just like lift my pants a little bit, dude. There's fucking shit like all around. It starts fucking on my sock and buddy, it stunk so fucking bad. And then I see people in the front row start to like smell it. So I start fucking backing up, dude.
Oh, shit.
And I have another like 8 minutes to go, right?
Yeah.
And dude, now it's like, it's coming. Like,
Fuck.
I'm shitting both legs down the back of my pants. My boxers are full. Both socks. It fucking reeks, dude. I literally, dude, I finished short. I finished at like 10 minutes instead of 15.
Yeah.
I got off stage. I went to the bathroom, dude. Took off my fucking pants. Took my boxers and socks right in the fucking garbage. Put my pants on just to get back to the hotel. This is the problem, dude. The walk from from the show to my room was easily 15 minutes. I was like, this is torture. I threw my pants out. Once I got to the room, changed, and I brought my pants back down to the lobby and threw them out in the lobby. I was like, I don't want this anywhere.
Yeah.
I took a shower. I was like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened.
Do you bring extra clothes?
Good thing you had to change your clothes.
Well, no, well, like I was there for the week, right? So like the change of clothes were in my room.
Do you bring them with you now, like to the shows, or you
No.
bank on not happening?
I
again?
bank on not shitting myself. But dude, I had to do the whole week, and like everybody was like, dude, what happened? You got off stage? Like, dude, I got off stage, and like I walked off the stage out the back door. I didn't even talk to anybody. I was just like, and I'm out, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everyone like, and that was my first, I think it was my second show. And one of the owners, there's 2 owners were there. The owner, one of the owners was there on the first show, but like, I haven't met this guy yet. He watches my set and I fucked off like right away. And it was this whole thing. And I had to like take him for lunch. I was like, dude, not gonna lie to you. Like, I would show you my garbage bag of fucking clothes full of shit. Like, if you don't believe me, but like, you know, I was staying with another comic who got a separate room because, dude, I was just like like the room reeked. I was torching that bathroom like 20 times. Dude, I was in my room the whole week just taking pills and drugs and trying to figure it the fuck out. It was the worst. I ended up getting like, it's called Campylobacter. It's a fucking, it's a virus. It's a stomach virus. It was terrible. It was fucking terrible.
Okay, so besides shitting yourself, what's one of the bigger challenges that you face in comedy? And like, how would you say you overcome it?
Challenges in comedy, like in general?
Yeah, just in general. The biggest challenge.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I have no idea. Because now I feel like I've solved a lot of those challenges.
Well, even like when you started, like whatever. What was one of the biggest that you've...
I mean, it was different along the way. Like, you know, you always you want to gain your own fan base, right? And like social media wasn't working out for me for a while. And like you see everyone around me, it was working out for. Like Nemo was crushing, and then Austin was crushing, and Tricks back in the day was crushing. Anybody I ever worked with was just always like they would start it and it would just eventually take off. And I'm like, buddy, I'm collabing with these guys all the time. I'm doing my own thing. Like, well, before it was like I was just collabing and never doing anything on my own, creating my own online identity type thing. And then I started doing that, and still I'm like, okay, nothing's working here. I don't get it. And then actually when the first couple videos that popped off were the pregnancy ones, like when my wife was pregnant, I was like having a kid, like all the dad ones, those are popping off. And then a Nonno one took off around the same. There was like 3 or 4 videos in a short time that all exploded. That really, you know, sent it. And I was like, great. And then it's been going great ever since. And then of late, you know, seeing that translates into ticket sales to a certain degree in certain places, it's phenomenal. Now it's like, how do you get to that next level where it's like, you know, what's after this? You know, I'm hoping that, you know, you just keep building the brand. You know, I sell theaters in Toronto and Ontario, and hopefully that's the rest of Canada eventually. And then hopefully that's the US. And then, you know what I mean? If you get to stadiums, whatever. But like, even then, how do we constantly keep elevating the output and getting to that level of like, I don't want to call it fame, but let's call it fame for now. Like, because the landscape's different, you know, it's like there's famous people on YouTube make a living that sell out arenas, but no one knows who they are. You know what I mean? It's almost like the what famous is completely different. And it's like, you know, you have to be happy, I guess, with just where you land anyways. So it's kind of like coming to grips with what that looks like for me, how much I can output while balancing, you know, having a family and spending time with the family and stuff. So I don't know. At this point, I'm just along for the ride now. You know what I mean? Hoping that it just continues to, you know, go in an upwards trajectory.
That's good.
Yeah.
What is the most Italian thing you've ever done other than you besides you two wearing the same fucking jersey?
First of all, we're not wearing the same jersey.
It's
Same.
pretty fucking close.
This guy didn't bring his jersey. He's all upset.
Yeah, you know
Watch
what?
a comedy
It's
movie
getting-
every
it's
once in a
getting
while.
out
Like,
Bro,
no,
I was, you know what?
getting
I was
out of
actually digging out my Milan jersey. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna throw on a nice Italy jersey. I'm like, okay, cool, man. I'm gonna bring some more out here too. And bro, I grabbed my Milan jersey, and the fucking letters are like peeling. And I was pissed because I'm like, this isn't no fake, man. Like I actually
I was gonna say you got a Pacific Mall.
no, this was an authentic replica, you know, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
version.
Yeah, yeah.
But the fucking letters are peeling. Puma sucks.
Dude, just rip it off and wear it, dude.
Dude, I was
You
so
got to see
fucking
some
mad.
of my Milan jerseys, dude. Like fucking espresso stain, fucking porchetta sauce,
All those
fucking
parties, those Milan
yeah,
parties.
dude. It's insane. What do we got? What's the last one?
That was
we got
what's
more.
the most Italian thing.
Yeah.
No, these ones are.
Most Italian thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Someone told me the other day that like I'm a espresso snob and like I take it too seriously. He's like, the fact that you won't have an espresso if it's not in an Italian spot is like a little ridiculous. And I'm like, okay, Starbucks that's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I'll have an espresso from Starbucks.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't take this. This is ridiculous. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what is your problem? You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever gotten an espresso from Starbucks, to be honest. I would just get like a nice coffee or something.
I've had the
We're
pause,
gonna
but
do
that's
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, why is that a problem? So like, I kind of put my foot down on stupid Italian things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is that the most Italian thing I've ever done? No. Having a 15-foot by 8-foot Italian flag out of my sunroof with frosted tips and a painted face during the World Cup
There you go.
is the most
Oh,
Italian thing
06?
I've ever. 06, yeah.
Yeah.
And I still have that flag, and I don't, dude. I have it literally drilled into thin baseboard. I wedge it between my driver's seat, goes right out of my sunroof, and it's like 2 car lengths.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
People get so upset.
I see that all the time. Mark and Lane, we went for the Euros. Everyone was doing that over there.
I don't think if anyone I don't think there's a bigger flag.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. Like it's hard to
Yeah.
fucking.
So
Hold it.
speaking of all this Italian culture, did you know that was going to be the main part of your like comedy identity, I guess, or
Not really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it always was. Like every time I did stand up, again, it's just something that's so prevalent. You know what I mean? And I try not to box myself into that stuff, even though now I'm overly leaning into it.
Yeah.
Because it's working and building the fan base and stuff. But like, I try to link it all to a bigger cause or message or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you guys saw the show. Like, it's, how can I not? When I live with my grandparents, they're helping me parent my kid who's 3 generations away. Like, we have the 2 most opposite individuals in lifetime interacting. Like, you know, the material is endless. So
yeah. And then do you like doing that more? Or do you kind of like kind of spreading yourself out and doing different things?
I try to do different, like I like doing different things, like in the videos, like I like doing different accents and cultures.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is some of these cultures are frowned upon if you do them, and you know, then brands don't fuck with you as much, so you don't get as much money in certain things, or like you don't get looked at, you know. And on stage you get categorized a little different or whatever, which pisses me off. But I just tend to go with what works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, well, I'll do, like, there's been times, dude, where I'll take a story and I'll do it with a different accent, even if it's not true. I'll change the accent like 2-3 times and be like, buddy, for example, that doctor bit you guys saw.
Yeah.
If I change the accent to like, literally, I've done it with like 4 different accents. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even close. You know, you do it with the Asian one. It's like,
I mean, Mark, you went to Markham, you said, right?
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
kind of makes
yeah,
sense too.
yeah, and it does make sense. But like, even when I do it in the States, like anywhere I do it, it's just like night and day.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
I feel like you're pretty good at it too.
Yeah, and I try to base it in the reality. There's a message to it. I'm not punching down at it. That's just how they sound.
So how do you come up with all these things? Like, do you see something and then you're like, oh, I gotta go write this down? Or
like, you know, something will happen. Like that story happened. So you know, you write it down, you perform it, then you start layering in all the other bits, or you take away some of the parts that aren't getting laughs, and you know, try and punch it up a little bit. You know,
is there like a specific? Do you need to be at like home at your desk, or you can?
No, I mean, it changes. Like sometimes I'll like, you know, if something happened today here, right? And I'm like, oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
In my head, I'll be like, this could be a good stand-up bit.
Yeah.
When I go on stage, I'll try it and just tell the story as is. And if there's something there, then I'll go to the desk, I'll write it out, and I'll like work on it. And then I'll keep performing it. And then sometimes it'll just start shaping itself.
Yeah.
The more you perform it, you just subconsciously drop the shit that doesn't work and like riff on it. You know what I mean? In the moment, and you're adding things in real time. So that helps.
How many of those things do you think you forget by the time you get to the stage? I honestly think of stuff all the time. If I don't write it down, I won't remember.
Oh, like I'll write it down right away. Like,
you know, the premise.
Yeah, I'll write the premise down on my phone, and like a couple of like key lines that like made us laugh in the moment. Be like, oh yeah, this happened. Like, like today, my buddy was like, he's like, you know, I heard that cops can't give you a ticket if they're in an undercover cop car. And I was like, buddy, that sounds like, you know, when your buddy's in grade 10 and he thinks he's a fucking lawyer and you get pulled over and he's like, you have no right to pull us up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it sounds like that guy. And like, we were dying laughing and kept like rifling lines out. I'm like, I got to make this a video. And I just wrote down like 2 or 3 of the lines that made us laugh. And, you know, there you go. You know what I mean?
And how do you kind of navigate all of this, like trying to be funny and thinking about all these ideas without trying to offend anyone? Because you know how the culture is.
I just feel like if we laughed about it, other people will laugh about it. And your own audience and niche is going to carve itself out. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's stuff that I've laughed at and made jokes at with people that, like, you're so, like, comics do this all the time. Like, me and Packer or any other comic will call each other and just like riff ideas back and forth for a couple hours. And like while we're writing some shit. And like there's some times where like me and you are so deep in a bit and we're laughing about something, but it's like in order for me to get you there who wasn't involved in this journey, you're never gonna get it. And if it's also very offensive, it's like, is it worth me trying to get you here to make you laugh about this? No.
And then people to see it.
And then it's like, and the potential to be, you know, get any backlash for it, just so that you can say this edgy word or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Have you still been handling that dance studio thing? Or
oh, no, they left me alone. But until next time. Until I drop the next one. And just really just dive
like,
in, buddy.
I don't know, man. Like if certain people think it's funny, like just leave it alone.
It's closed.
Like, they ended up leaving it alone anyways, obviously. So like,
I mean, they were harassing me quite a bit for a while, and I just stopped answering them. I'm like, buddy, like, What am I going to get into a back and forth with you?
Yeah.
Your studio's closed, bro.
Yeah. That was funny when you said that on your live that one time. I searched it up immediately. I saw it.
It's closed. It's probably closed.
Yeah,
That's why I mentioned it. And also, it's like, it's so funny because it's like, I was beloved by everybody in the industry. And I'm like, how do you think I know who you are?
Yeah.
Do you think I Googled just recently closed dance studio? No. I have endless people in the dance industry, my wife included, and go, hey, my wife has worked at multiple dance studios. I'll message 5 of them and be like, give me a dance studio name that I can use, real or fake, that people would laugh if I said it in this context. Every single one of them said that place.
That's so funny.
Wow.
And then you say it and they're like, how dare you? I'm a titan of industry. People love us. I'm like, people laugh at you.
Obviously.
And now people are laughing at you still.
Yeah.
It's just like, you need to learn how to laugh at yourself, dude. It's not that serious. No one cares.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Do you you remember the name?
Yeah.
You saw the video. Do you remember the name? No.
I don't remember.
That's what I mean. It's like,
I don't even know if I
how
remember.
many videos do you consume a day
Yeah.
where like you laugh at it and in the moment, like it sounds like it's made up anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, someone watched that video and watched another 15 videos minimum after it that day or on the shitter or before bed.
Yeah.
You really think anyone is on their day going, bro, that dance studio really does fucking suck. I truly believe what Mark said. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's funny.
You're ruining my business.
Yeah.
What business?
I know it's not there anymore.
Sorry.
What was the feedback like when you were doing the Doug Ford impressions?
I mean, they would crush. They just now no longer, they don't do as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I mean, again, it's very regional. Like when they were popping off, Doug Ford was on the news every day with the pandemic. You know what I mean? And he was going viral all the time for shit that he was doing.
Yeah.
And that was and he was trending like internationally all the time because Canada and Ontario were like, you know, it's like we were the only place on the world you couldn't golf. Like we had a lot of crazy rules for a little bit. So like he was in the spotlight. So it's like he's trending on like 7 platforms. So when I'm next day posting same shit, you know what I mean, and I could turn them around quickly, whereas right now I can't turn them around as fast because the makeup, the hair, you got to write it, it's got to be pretty strategic and so on. You know, I know you're like strategic, Mark, you're talking about Reese's Pieces for fucking time.
The Crown Royal one was hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious, but dude,
so
it fucking
funny.
ate it. Like it got like
so funny.
I think they're hilarious. I love doing them. I think they're funny. I can act as that Doug all day. A lot of people who like don't know Doug or whatever, and then they watch Doug, they go, "This impression sucks." And it's like, well, yeah, it's not like
it's exaggerated.
It's like so blown out of proportion.
You gotta stretch it. You gotta stretch it.
I'm stretching it to the max because I know he's like this cottage dad who just wants to be like, let's smoke a couple doobies. Come on, get the bong out. It's underneath the cabin.
I feel like the people that don't understand are the people that don't understand comedy in general often.
It's
like, who cares?
Yeah, it's true.
Has he actually ever reached out to you?
He did. He told me to fuck off. I'm joking. He didn't say fuck off, but he did say stop reaching out. We're not going to do anything, which sucks because Rob Ford was a huge fan. He wore my sweaters all the time. He came to one of my shows. Like we were going to do a big event together. So like I've just kind of been like, hey man, like you know, I got him on the phone once because I know someone on the inside gave me his phone number, and I called him and he picked up, which was fucked. And well, he actually didn't pick up, but then he called me back and I answered. Okay. And he's like, hey, this is Premier Doug Ford. Like, can I help you? Like, you've called a few times. I'm like, listen, it's me, dude. It's the guy who rips you. We have to do something. And he's like, listen, appreciate what you're doing. This is before the election, where he re-won or whatever. And he's like, I can't even go for dinner without people, you know, there's a lot on my plate. Like, when I get reelected, maybe we can think about something. But for now, the answer is no. And I'm like, I respect that. Appreciate it. No problem. Take care. You're great. Cool. Then he got in and I started opening it up again. What did I say? He won. Sorry. He won. I started drilling him again and asking his team and whatever. And he was just like, hey, please leave me alone. I'm not going to be doing this. I don't think it's a good look for me, whatever.
Oh, man.
And I'm just like, then I was talking to a member of his team. I'm like, this is what drives me nuts. If he were to do something with me, I don't think he understands how well of a look that is for him. And they're like, he couldn't disagree more. And I was like, but it's showing that you can poke fun at yourself. And if we did meet, like now I have to meet you on my terms, which is worse. Because if I come and find you, because it's public where he's going to be, you know what I mean? And do these pressers. I can just show up as him, have a camera guy and I'm doing his thing right next to him. Like,
yeah.
they can't do anything about that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and if I do that and you don't like it and it's a problem, now it's a bad look on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do it with me and show people that you're one for the creative people,
Yeah.
you like comedy. Toronto's got so many iconic comedians that have ever come out of here. I can laugh at myself.
Mhm.
Let's do something funny together.
Mhm.
It would crush. It would help me out a lot, but it would make you look like you've got a fucking sense of humor.
It's relatable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, he rips my fucking jokes and
Yeah.
just takes all my lines and does my lines in the next fucking interview. He's eating a cookie, being like, "These are good. I should lay off the cookies." And I'm like, "I've been doing that for 2 years, dude." Like, it's like now
Yeah.
he's stealing lines verbatim
yeah.
and leaning into being more like my character.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because I'm like, "Come on, dude!" Like,
yeah.
especially when me and Austin were doing like the Doug and Justin stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, both of them should have been like, "Let's do a."
Yeah.
It would have been hilarious
For sure.
The swallow the bee thing was hilarious too. I don't know if anyone else found that
No,
funny.
but
I found
dude, that got like
hilarious.
2,000 views.
I found that moment hilarious.
Yeah, and I was in Milan and I did that exact video
Yeah. That was funny, man.
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
where he swallowed a bee.
he was just talking, and then a bee flies in his mouth. He's like,
Oh,
I just
was
swallowed a
that
bee.
was that on the construction site?
"Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
There was like
yeah.
an excavator behind.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
yeah.
It was
dude,
funny.
the best is I know where he's going for his next like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
All of them are like food spots, bakeries, no. And you're just like, this is hysterical.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's
and they've allowed me. There's one bakery. When I say bakery, I mean like the big wholesale fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The factories. One of them, I know the owner is like, just come in and like
Oh shit.
when he leaves and is gone,
Yeah.
you can come in and just do the exact same thing,
Wow.
Yeah,
and you'll have the same location set up. And he's like, you can't do it before because then it's a bad look for us that we like let you in before him, and then your shit will come out before,
Yeah.
and then his will come out. I'm like, that would be the best, dude. If I like beat him to the punch, it'd be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, dude, like it is the fucking premiere. Like we can't be losers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're a
Yeah.
big
They have a
fucking
business
conglomerate.
here, right?
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
come on, dude. And I'm like, sure. But again, people like, bro, you got to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
This is all jokes. They take all this political stuff way too seriously.
Yeah.
And like, people don't realize, like, it doesn't matter how good you think you're doing as a politician. Even the people who vote for you and like you
Mhm.
still are like, you're a politician, dude, and you're making millions of dollars more than me.
Yeah.
And blueberries are $9. So can you fuck
Yeah.
off?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
Jesus Christ. Like, so I hope I'm still working on it
Yeah.
because I have a lot of buddies that work
Yeah.
in and around his circles
Mhm.
that bring it up. They tell me all the time
Mhm.
and they're getting feedback all the time. So
Yeah.
that's a 2026 goal.
Yeah.
Doug collab.
That would be cool.
Because I actually, again, I know you both want to leave and are like, what's
No,
going
no,
on?
you're
No,
good.
not at all, man.
But a brand refused to work with me not
Yeah.
long ago because of it.
Mhm.
And I know like if Doug were to just sign on
Yeah.
and we're both Doug in the same frame, or even if I met him
Mhm.
and we take a photo and I'm my regular self
Yeah.
and he's like, I think this guy's funny,
Mhm.
we're good.
Cosign.
Yeah.
Cosign.
I don't know. Do you follow any like rap beef and whatnot? Like
I love
Drake
the
and
rap.
Kendrick?
I follow all of it.
I don't know if you noticed there was a song like BBL Drizzy or whatever. I think Metro Boomin made it.
Yeah. And
So
then-
whatever, it was just a Drake diss over a beat, and then Drake actually fucking made a song rapping on that same beat.
No way.
Yeah.
Kept going like BBL Drizzy.
Like recently?
Yeah,
Like just
yeah,
now?
Yeah. No, while that beef was going on. So
Oh,
yeah,
true.
pretty recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny actually. Like he just turned it into
Yeah,
this,
bro.
Like,
He just
Can't do anything
fucking.
about it.
If you make fun of him, he'll just fucking.
Oh,
he'll
yeah,
just
yeah,
eat
yeah.
it.
I wonder if that means he has to pay Metro Boomin for the beat after. But he probably
I
doesn't
don't
even
know.
care because he just made it his own and he has
Yeah.
the money.
I mean, money's not an option
Probably
for
love
those
it.
guys, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving the 50 Cent fucking beef.
Oh, I love it.
With
It's so
literally
he
everybody
is a
around.
genius.
He's so
He
funny,
is a
dude.
genius.
And I love in every interview he's like smiling and
Yeah.
laughing, and
Yeah. He's,
people go at him. He just like him and Marlon Wayans and all these guys going at it. It's so fun to watch.
and
Did
him-
you watch the doc?
Not yet, not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
Is it
I
good?
watched it. Yeah, I watched
Yeah?
the first 3.5. The fourth, I kind of fell asleep. But
Okay.
the interview he did it on a certain news station because they would be playing it in jail.
Like just
That's like checkmate.
petty to the
Checkmate.
max,
man.
dude.
Checkmate. So what was like one of your worst bombs and like how did you feel when that happened?
Oh God, corporates, dude. Corporates
Yeah.
are just the worst.
Yeah.
And even if you don't bomb, it feels like you bomb
Mhm.
every time because like you're in a room that is not set up for you to succeed.
Mhm.
There's no spotlight. You're using a shoddy fucking wireless mic.
Yeah.
You're on a shitty riser. Everyone's on banquet tables and so spread out.
Mhm.
There's 500 people there in suits that all make 500 times more money than you do. They all think you're a loser. They all want to drink and get hammered. And they all just had 15-course meal. And then they're like,
Yeah.
guys, before you leave or get drunk with your friends and have a cigar, listen to this guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? Why is he here?
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to really, like, you have to work.
Mhm.
And even if you get people laughing, it's like the lights are on.
Yeah.
Lights are on. I'm in the dark still somehow. Like,
Yeah.
this just happened. It's like, how is this possible?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
It's
I
not
mean?
the same scene as like a club or whatever.
No, it's just,
right?
it's not set up for comedy to be successful. And it's
Yeah.
like, you're competing with like servers taking fucking drinks off the table. They're
Yeah.
coming around with dessert.
clinking the glasses.
I literally, dude, the
together.
guy was in the front row like this.
Holy
Asleep.
fuck.
He's asleep in the fucking front row. Then there's a table. Like, then people just start leaving out of nowhere. You're
Yeah.
like, bro, like, this is, it's why people charge 10 times more for corporates, because you're like, this is taking my ego and kneeing it in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also like, a lot of those people have been to my show,
Mhm.
and that's why they're hiring me.
Mhm.
They're like, do the same thing you did at that Vaughn show at our corporate,
Yeah.
but don't do this accent, don't do that accent, don't say this word, this word, this word, this word.
Yeah.
Don't talk about these companies.
Yeah.
Don't swear. You can maybe say shit. Okay. And you're like, well, you just took away my act from the show you saw.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's hard to adapt.
Well, it's just like, then it's like, you're getting me at not me.
Mhm.
You're getting me at an adapted version.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not that I can't work clean or can't adapt, but it's like, you're hiring me for what you've seen be successful.
yeah.
And what is my brand and what is good. So the reason why you're hiring me, then you're putting handcuffs on me and being like, do the same juggling thing you did over there. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I can't.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, it's just
Doesn't-
not going to work.
Yeah,
And
it
it's like,
works.
and I'm not in a theater, and everyone didn't just eat 8 fucking things, and everyone, you know what I mean? It's just completely different.
And then you got drunk people that are like unhinged and like.
Oh my God, dude. And then fucking, you have these fucking Woodbridge chumps after being like, hey, bro, get them next time. You're like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Here, bro, here's $100. Like, don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Hey, no, can I get you a shot? You're like, I want you to leave me the fuck alone, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I want, you know? So,
What about like someone that's hard to follow that you've had to follow? I know like comedians talk about following Pryor all the time.
that would be fucking a nightmare.
Yeah.
I've never had to do, like, I haven't had to follow like somebody famous or anything
Yeah.
like that. Not yet. I mean, I followed Hassan Minaj, actually.
Okay. That's pretty big.
He did a drop in at my show in Stamford, Connecticut,
Oh, wow.
actually,
Sick.
because he lived near there. He was
Yeah.
like, can I do a drop in? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Now, I'm doing an hour. People are buying tickets to see me. He's coming in and doing 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
we're all doing 10 minutes on a lineup and I'm following him in that element. You know what I mean? Where no one knows me and it's like even playing field.
Mhm.
I mean, he's also a monster and crushes anyways,
Yeah.
you know? And I mean, sorry, I followed him. One time I got buried fucking hard. Usually I've been pretty well at following anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You adapt them to your energy and you get them on your pacing and you're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if you do as well as them, whatever. But like, dude, one time, like this guy crushed so bad, dude. And it was actually Danny Martinello.
Okay.
Fuck you, Danny, for doing this. Because we agreed, right? Because he came off a tour, I came off a tour.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm planning on doing new material.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure if you've seen Danny Martinello, but he's insanely high energy,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, are you doing new material or are you doing old material?
Mhm.
Because if you're doing old material, I'm doing old material.
Yeah.
But if you're not, like, if you're gonna do old material, like, I gotta fucking
Yeah.
bring my shit.
Yeah.
If not, like, whatever. So he goes and he's like, yeah, man, I'll do new material. I'm like, sweet. So will I. He goes up, defaults into old material, and has people like hitting the walls and like people are going crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, you know, and then I'm like, you know what? He comes off stage, the host is on. I'm like, fuck you, bro. I'm gonna do new material. I'm gonna show you that I can fucking follow you with this fucking shit I've never even done before.
Yeah.
You suck. Right? Like I said, we started comedy together. It was like one of my first comedy buddies. I went up, dude, ate it for 25 minutes. They were like, people were like bring the other guy. Like they were just like, you suck, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, this is literal hell.
Probably one of the worst feelings.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. You're just like, you go home, you order 2 fucking large Zaws, a couple pounds of fucking dingers, and call it. You know what I mean? That's how I'm so fat, dude. I just eat the pain away, dude. I go to a diner, couple flapjacks.
That's what comedy is, right?
Yeah, that's all it is. Let's just eat the pain away, and that's it, you know?
Shit, that's fun.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. You've played Nonno, you've played Nonna, you've played funeral director Tony, you've played Dougie. Who do you think you're best known for, and who do you enjoy playing the most?
I'm for sure best known for Nonno.
Okay.
I like playing Jan a lot, which no one knows. It's a like German character that I do. I haven't done it in such a long time. And it's because it doesn't do well. And I feel like that's just because I haven't placed him in a relatable, like when I was on vacation and stuff and I would do him as this like German backpacking kid and does drugs. Like I would do it with Austin a lot too.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm his like German party friend.
Yeah.
You know, so he was the straight man in it. So we would bounce off each other and it would work well. But by myself, if I'm not on vacation, touring, whatever, and like it just eats it, dude. So I haven't found a way to make him more relatable to the masses. So I kind of shelved him.
Okay.
But I definitely have a lot of fun doing that. I had a lot of fun playing Nonna. That was fun because I haven't done that in like years. So bringing that back was fun. And like I tried to make the voice a little bit different than your standard Nonna that everybody does.
Yeah.
And make it a little bit more distinct of a character. Not because like my Nonna doesn't sound like that at all.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
I think all of your characters are so relatable.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, the amount of like, it's so funny because people probably think like you're making half of this stuff up, but you're literally not. Like your Nonno construction video. My Nonno literally he was on like Chancellor and Vaughan one time. He literally went over a speed bump. He's like, no, that's not right. Calls the city. Next morning, he goes there while they're working on the speed bump, and he's telling them how to adjust the speed bump.
Dude,
like, I couldn't believe it.
You can't make this stuff up, dude.
Like it's literally not. Like it's crazy.
I filmed with Nima today, and we did this video inside of like his furnace room, and I was like, I had my Nonno stuff. I'm like, I gotta put my Nonno stuff. Like, this is ridiculous. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's just like a 2x4 just hanging from the ceiling with like 2 like angled nails into the ceiling floor.
Yeah.
Just hanging down into the middle of the room with a light switch on it. Just floating. I'm like, brother, if my Nonno saw this, he would like be like, get my toolbox. I gotta fix this whole room. Like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. My Nonno just OCDs and is like, why is this here?
Yeah.
Let's reroute this electrical and put it where it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I made that a video just like on the fly. I was like,
Yeah.
So now I'm starting to just like, I see through like my Nonno's lens sometimes. Like I went to my Nonno's the other day, dude. This guy had the fireplace on, furnace off, scarf on. My Nonna had gloves and a blanket at the dinner table. I'm like,
at the dinner table.
You're like,
oh my god.
I'm like, what's going on with you guys? My Nonna's like, it's fucking freezing in here. And I'm like, no, turn the heat on. He goes, the fireplace is on. I'm like, it's negative 15 outside. Like, just turn the fucking heat on. No.
It's not gonna get the whole house to fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He goes, it's the best. It heats the house better than the heating does. And I'm like, okay. He doesn't want to spend money. You're like,
what kind of fireplace is it?
it's like a wood burning stove one.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Legit shit.
Oh, it's old school. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And it does get the whole house fucking like. But that's what, then like you're eating next to the fireplace, dude. You're like the basement is like inferno.
I don't
you
do
know
well with heat like that.
No, me either.
So bad.
But my Nonno in the summer, dude, no AC. You're like, I would sleep in the basement. I would sit in the canteen in the middle of the night, just fucking dripping and like having water. And I'm like, dude, this is too much.
Yeah.
The only thing that saved me was when the baby was born. He got a soft spot and was like, I'm like, no, come on, for the baby. It's like the kid's bedroom would be like, you know, those baby monitors, like the cameras have like an internal temperature sensor.
Yeah.
And it would be like too hot and be like, the room was at like 27 degrees. I'm like, okay, no, like you're going to boil this child. Like put the AC on.
Crazy.
And he would turn off the electrical outlet AC switch, you know, from the panel.
Yeah.
Because my Nonna would fucking just override in the middle of the night. She gets hot so easy.
Yeah.
And like would faint and shit. So she would do it in the middle of the night. Change thermostat. So he just disabled it. She'd be like, we got to call somebody. The AC not working anymore. I'm like, no, Nonno's just a dick, bro. Just fuck it. My arthritis is bad. Boom, shut it off from the panel.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Fuck. I can only imagine the amount of fucking wood he burns through too.
Oh, dude, it's like fucking 3 quarts in like
Mhm.
2 months, and you're like, brother, it's not quarts, it's cords, whatever.
So, growing up in the Toronto comedy scene, who are some people that we might not know about that you would recommend going to watch?
Ooh, that are in the city?
Yeah, in the scene. Yeah, yeah.
In the scene? You guys know Mike Rita?
I think
Portuguese?
someone told us about him. I think it might have been. Does Siciliano know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
he does.
yeah,
He's a monster. He's great. He just sold out Danforth Music Hall.
Oh wow.
He's great. Huge. I'm trying to base off of like what you guys like.
Yeah.
Chris Robinson's great. Nick Reynoldson's great.
Okay.
Drew Bame is great. You've seen Packer, right? You've seen all these guys.
Jesse Singh. We've seen some guy a lot recently. Max Selgic, I think.
Max Sheldrick.
Yeah, we've seen him a lot recently.
Yeah, Max Sheldrick is good. Jason Allen is a monster.
That's the guy you brought out.
Yeah, Jason Allen. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he was funny. Where do they usually perform? Like what clubs? Like,
the Corner Comedy Club's good
okay.
for that.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
Absolute can be good, but sometimes it's not. On the Tuesday, Wednesday go because it's like they mix it up with Pro-Am, so it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
These are definitely some of my.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark DeBonis, I don't know if he's performing much anymore, but he's so funny, dude. A lot of the guys, I just don't know where they're performing anymore.
Yeah.
Or in the States or something.
Yeah. Like Instagram's probably the best way to track it. No?
Yeah, like Ryan Long and like Che Durena and stuff. Like those guys are in the
I've
US.
heard of Che Durena.
Yeah, he's opening for a lot of guys these days. Him and JJ Lieberman have a podcast together.
Okay.
Ryan Long is great if you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
He has a podcast, him and Danny Polachuk.
It's hard to like get out there when you're not in the city, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true.
It's hard.
Even just the other day, going to the Packer fucking.
Yeah, we went to Comedy
Chef
Bar Blur.
Yeah.
Oh, Comedy Bar Blur.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was like
brutal, man.
no parking there.
Yeah.
Like we had to park at like
The
Dufferin Mall and just walk there.
That's crazy.
It's like a 15-minute walk in the middle.
That's
of
good walk.
No, dude, you got to park at the Green Pea around the corner.
We
full.
completely full on a Sunday night.
Sunday night when you went to laugh it off.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
It's a great concept. His dad's hilarious.
Yeah.
Great guy. Yeah.
We had a laugh. We were sitting front row. It was funny.
Faraz is good. Faraz Nia Fatah. Yeah. He's funny.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, Jesse's good. You saw him. Yeah. Kirby's good. Sam is good.
Okay.
My God, Sam Burns.
I'm gonna go back and watch this because
I know for sure.
Okay, yeah, sorry, then I'll stop. I'll send you a list.
Enough names.
Yeah. Actually, you can send us a list. That would be good. Dream venue.
Fucking Air Canada Center, man. That would be just the best.
Something about performing in your own city, right?
Yeah, like I mean, I think arenas are not conducive for comedy. Like when I go and see, like, you know, I've seen Kevin Hart, Russell Peters there, Ricky Gervais, whatever. Like I've seen so many comedians there, and you're just like, I'm watching the screen more. Like even when you're on the floors and like close, you're kind of like, when I want to see those facial expressions, like you know, you kind of end up looking at the screen, which sucks. You know, kind of
more of like a production rather.
Yeah, and it pulls you out of it. Like you're doing it for the like I did a stadium type thing, you know, which is great. But I get it. You know, someone like Kevin Hart, you want to make all this money. You also have this life that you live that requires a lot more money. You're not going to come to Toronto and do Meridian Hall 15 times when you can do Scotiabank once. I get it, you know, but yeah, it would be better to do. Like I would probably do that. I say this now, but if I ever got there, probably not. But like, you know, if you do that, it's just to do that once. To be like, okay, I did that, and then you do something like I would do Meridian Hall like fucking 15 times.
Yeah,
it's like you know, it's a 5,000-6,000 or something like that, and it's more intimate. And even then, like when I've been to a show Meridian Hall where like if I'm on the upper level, I'm watching the screen again. Like you know what I mean? So like there is
Adam Ray, we were there and we were top row, like top, literally last row.
Yeah, it was it's tough, right? Yeah. Like you're kind of like you're not fully invested in it.
Yeah.
It feels like sorry. I feel like I'm very rarely looking at. It's because I don't want to fuck. I want to be like
it's a hard angle.
Yeah, I'm in a weird spot.
It's a hard
I also don't want to be like this camera. Like I'm always fucking like this.
Yeah.
But like that's why there's something to say about clubs. Like when Louis C.K. was canceled and then did his club run and did Yuck Yucks in Toronto. And he did like fucking 15 shows in like that 1 week in Toronto. It was unbelievable, dude. When you see those guys in that setting, like they crush so much harder.
Mhm.
You're seeing like you're like, wow, man, I'm feeling this guy's vibe in this room, and everybody is because it's tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's just more like that's just the best scenario.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be like not ever play clubs, but dude, the US, some of the clubs are like 800 seater, like it's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did a comedy club in the US not long ago that was bigger than the Vaughn Theater that I did.
Was it one of like the really big ones over
Yeah,
there?
like an improv or like
Yeah.
it's fucking huge. You're like,
Yeah.
what the
Wow.
fuck?
There's some other big one, like Zanies is a big one too, right?
Zanies is a big one. But Zanies I think is like only
Then-
250, 300.
Okay.
You know, but like what's it called? Levity Live and Improvs, they're all part of the same
Mhm.
company, dude. They're huge. Like
Yeah.
minimum like 400 or 500, and like some of them go even more. You're like,
That's just a club.
dude, like Markham Theater is not that many people.
Yeah.
Vaughn Theater is not that many people. Richmond Hill Theater is like 600 people. Like
That's crazy.
that's the size of our fucking local theaters. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
You know?
I guess comedy's really big in those areas.
Well, not even like it's just people like comedy in general is big over there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, you know,
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, you're on our podcast,
yes,
but you got a podcast of your own, buddy. I'm done.
but I'm done.
Okay, but is it like, buddy, I'm done, or like, buddy, I'm done? Like, what? How
It's
do you
that
supposed
one.
to say it?
That's how you say
That's how
it.
you say it.
The second one, yeah.
Okay, where did the idea come from? Like, what made you want to start your own podcast?
This is gonna sound terrible, but like I use the podcast as a tool to get more
Mm.
following in a different, let's call it genre that I'm not in.
Mhm.
Okay.
Genre is the wrong term.
Channel.
Or lane, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
podcasting. So I ended up opening for Paul Verzi and Pete Coriali, and then hung out with those Sushi Mango guys all in like the same couple months.
Mhm.
And all three of them were like, man, I saw them in their meet and greet lines, not Sushi Mango, but the other two guys. And a lot of people were like, man, the podcast about like everyone's mentioning this podcast.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to them about it. I'm like, so how do you feel about this podcast? Because like some of them would do it solo.
Mhm.
Like Paul Verzi did his podcast with Bill Burr for a little bit and then did his own. Pete Coriali does it with Sebastian Maniscalco. And I'm like, what is it about this podcast? They're like, dude, for whatever reason, people who are into podcasts are heavily into podcasts.
Yeah.
And it's just like another market that I'm not in.
Yeah.
And like when they're in it and they're with you, bro, they're diehards
Mhm.
and they'll come. So, and they're like, I don't think I would have been able to sell this amount of people if I didn't have this many,
Yeah.
like if I didn't have the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, now I view it, same with Sushi Mango. They're like, man, when we started doing the podcast together and this, like things really went up
Yeah.
another level.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, a podcast is just something I have to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like just something I have to now figure out
Mhm.
how to do and get in that space. Now, I don't pump it out enough. I'm doing it in seasons because I can't pump it out consistently.
Yeah.
Season 2 is dropping in January 5th. As soon as work starts that Monday, the first
Yeah, it's
Monday,
the fifth.
Yeah.
the 5th, January 5th will be episode 1 of season 2. There's 10 episodes. It's going to be great.
They're
It's
funny.
definitely more refined than the first season, which
Yeah.
was basically me just swearing and umming and ahhing my way through fucking shit.
Yeah.
They're also way longer. But yeah, so it's just gonna hopefully see if that there's still
Mhm.
Are all those episodes solo?
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I mean. I might like eventually open it up to
Yeah.
guests and stuff. And you asked me how it started.
Yeah.
I would always be ranting about stupid shit like that somewhere,
yeah.
and like Nima and Packer and Austin, like anybody when they're like, buddy, these crash outs that you have
Mhm.
just like have me rolling, dude. Like whether it be on Instagram, like because there was a few on TikTok that like exploded.
Yeah.
But like if I'm doing them in person and like actually pissed off about something, I would always start and be like, buddy, I'm fucking done with these pieces of shit, like whatever, and like go on this thing.
Yeah.
And then Nima's like, dude, you have to have a podcast and call it, buddy, I'm done. Like I love this whole rant thing. It's great. And then like they were all laughing about that. So I kind of just shelved it, wrote it down once, and then, you know.
I actually really like that episode you did about the weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your
Oh,
uncle
Golf
you
cart.
told him not to let your uncle in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He went to a different fucking golf course
Yeah.
because I sent him I made sure that where he thought it wasn't.
Yeah. It's funny.
Fucking
It's,
guys.
it's special to be able to do something like that by yourself, though.
Yeah.
You think
For
so?
half an hour?
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Fucking
able to do
rant.
that.
Oh,
Well, fuck, you're watching me sit here like, fuck, man, this guy won't shut up.
No.
And it's so funny. Like everyone, anytime I asked, I was like, you know, like my wife, for example, I was like, hey, should I just podcast be by myself? She's like, if anybody can talk to themselves for that long, it's fucking you. Like you pissed me. Like, please
Yeah.
go talk to yourself for that long. So you don't have to talk to me for this long
Yeah.
about miscellaneous garbage.
Yeah, it's funny.
What was it like being a Zamboni driver? Jacob the Zamboni driver.
That was fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun. That's Austin's new show called Shift Disturbers.
Yeah.
It's live on the Maple Leafs YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Very funny. It's a new concept they're working on bringing in more influencers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was guest number one. We got to film some sketches in the arena, which was fucking awesome. Like you kind of have full access to the whole arena,
cool.
which was very cool.
Yeah.
And then there was a few things that like we wanted to do, but you know, they have a skate or whatever that happens, or like they're building the fucking ice or whatever, like fixing it up. So like, you know, but there's so many good things that are coming down the pipeline for it too. So it's evolving and shaping itself into, you know, its own thing, which is very cool. So
those meta glasses were hilarious. Those videos.
Oh, dude, like trying to touch the rim.
Oh my god,
dude, I actually couldn't believe, like, I grew up playing basketball, right? Like, like my high school gym felt bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not that in the stadium, but like being on the court, I was like, I can't believe how small this is.
Yeah.
These dudes are fucking massive.
They're massive. And like I'm sitting here going like, buddy, I can probably dunk. Look at this free throw line. I'm like, it's so close. I don't know why in my head it's like because it's the NBA and on TV, things would be a little bit further or bigger. And meanwhaile, it's like it's the same as my fucking high school gym. Like it's the same height, same length. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, trip me out. Fuck.
Yeah. It's funny. All right, we're gonna do something special here. We're gonna give you a situation.
Perfect.
You give us the character that we ask you for.
Okay.
The quick reaction. Just nice quick reaction. So Nonna, these days people put oat milk in their coffee. What do you think about that?
What is oat milk? I never heard of this before. Oat milk from oatmeal. They take the oatmeal and they squeeze it in a fucking nylon or something.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Holy shit, these days the people go crazy, put all this bullshit in the fucking coffee, make me sick. Just put a little zambook and then heavy cream if you want it. But sometimes I watch my weight a little bit to make sure I don't over drink the stuff. But once in a while, it's okay. It's okay, you know?
Doug, what do you think about these women making money posting pictures on OnlyFans?
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. You know, if you can make a buck, make a buck. I mean, my daughter's on there and she was covering her tatas with those little cookies. You know, my daughter makes those cookies. They're pretty good. But then I saw one. There was a freaking leak. One of my buddies is a real bastard. He sent me my daughter's OnlyFans. But I mean, if you can pay for a house, like groceries are expensive, you know, if you can be a good old Ontario girl and make yourself some hard-earned bucks, you know, a job's a job. I think that's what it is. I mean, heck, if I could go on there and, you know, show you guys how I make my cheesecakes and, you know, flip over a couple of freaking hot dogs, I think I would do that too. Wouldn't you guys, if you could make your own?
For sure.
Watch me make a burger shirtless at the cottage. Fuck, give me a couple hundred bones. I'll do that.
Great advice, Doug.
Fucking idiot.
Great advice.
We love it. We love it. Okay. Hey, Nonno, what do you think of gender reveal parties?
I don't understand that this is gender reveal. It's just that the baby show up, you see what it is, and that's what it is. You don't need to paint the room a certain color, buy things a certain color, all this is shit. You spend more money on the damn party to do the whole reveal. To me, that's the baby shower. That you do the baby shower. Then at the baptism come, and like, just spend the money the proper way. You guys are complaining, oh, I don't have enough of money. Well, first you buy this stupid balloon with the cake, have a big barbecue, and everybody come over, watch this fucking reveal. For what? Then you spend $5,000-6,000 on this reveal. Put it in what do they call it? The GIC?
Yeah.
Put it in some saving. I don't know, invest in the damn thing. Start a business. You can do so much. Put your kid ahead. But instead, you worry about the pink and the fucking blue. The stupid streamer blowing up. This is the thing. You cannot complain about the price of a steak and then spend $5,000 on the fucking sausage and a spaducci grill have in the backyard. Ridiculous.
Okay, no gender reveal parties. That's it. We got
That's it.
We
No
agree.
more.
All right. Nonna, people spend money on coffee at Starbucks every day. What advice would you give them?
Just fucking buy the mocha pot. Buy the damn pot. You got the mocha pot. Put it on the stove and spend the 5 fucking minutes. Save yourself $10 a day. How much you gonna spend on this Starbucks? $17. My granddaughter come home with this strawberry, fucking freezer breezer. What is this stupid thing look like a strawberry breast milk inside of this 1.5 liter fucking cup? How much you gonna spend? Stay home, put it in the fucking mocha pot, put it on the stove. By the time you're done wiping your ass, you got a nice little cup of coffee. That's it. But why do you guys need this extra? A pump of this, a pump of that, a pump of this. Shut up and drink it the proper way.
All right, guys, make the coffee at home. Make the coffee at home.
Make it at home.
No, it's hilarious. You got this guy coughing over here. He's
Fuck,
dying so much.
I know, fuck. Okay, Mark, you're a girl dad. What's the journey been like for you?
It's crazy, dude. Parenting, most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. High highs, low lows. She has brought me to the level of wanting to lose my mind. She's made me want to mentally crack. Test your patience on a whole new level.
Yeah.
But you experience, unconditional love at like new heights, things that you've never even thought of. You would immediately kill everybody you know for the sake of your child, even having like another day. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Yeah.
So like that's just stuff that you never, and all these things that you would never think about or know just would never happen unless you have the kid. So it's very weird. And then you feel separated or different from people who don't have kids. You're just like, we're just operating in two different streams here.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm better than you. I don't think I know everything. I don't think you're less than or whatever. It's just my life with this is just completely not the same. And I can't think about it the way I did before I had this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It must be a great feeling. I honestly
It's both.
can't wait.
It's both. Like today, she bit. I actually probably have
I've seen that enough times. She seems like she bites you a
Yeah,
lot.
look, I got this fucking bruise. You can't even see it. She bit me, dude, and like wouldn't let go. And it's just like she got just like a little bit and just went full tilt on it.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like, I'm gonna just like you lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're like, I want to slap the shit out of you. I want to throw you across the room. My anger's at an all time. But if you do any of that on a 2.5-year-old, you know what I mean? Or
Not a
if you
good
like,
look.
not any of that, but like, even if you like snap, yell at her, spank her on the bum or whatever, you do anything like that, you're causing problems.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let me fucking come over here and pinch you as hard as I can. And you just go, I love you. you'd be like, you can't. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you really have to like, you're monitoring yourself and you're trying to just be better. You know what I mean? You're like, you realize that like kids don't do what you say, they do what you do. So if you're a lazy piece of shit, they're going to be a lazy piece of shit.
That's fair.
Do you know what I mean? So like, if you're working out, they just mimic what you do. Like I'm cooking. She has this like kitty like ladder platform. So she'll just like, what are you doing, Daddy? And like pull hers next to me at the stove and like climb up it and just watch me make eggs. She'll start helping me. And you're like, you know what I mean? If I sit and lay on the couch, she's sitting laying on the couch. Like she just does what you do. So it makes you hyper analyze your behavior so you can like, not be a piece of shit and like set an example physically.
Yeah.
And that's the problem because then if you do, I'm not going to sit here and say that I haven't like raised my voice at her when she pinches me or headbutts me or like remember she bit my eye the other day and it fucked up my eye for like 3 days. It's like I'll yell at her because that was the 10th bite. You know what I mean? And then I drop her off at school and then I feel like shit for like 4 hours. I'm like, now I miss this kid. Wish she wasn't at school. And I yelled at her. Like the last experience was like, I yelled at her because she bit my eyeball. It's like, do you know what I mean?
Trying to find that way to discipline them without making them feel like a certain way.
Yeah. And then like you feel bad because you're like, wow, I probably just created some childhood trauma I never even thought about or made her feel distant or afraid of me or like, and you don't want any of that, So you're just like, great.
For sure.
I'm a shitty parent. I stink. I'm going to the diner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it becomes this negative cycle.
And the problems start.
Yeah, and then
Back to
you
the
have to
flapjack.
like, exactly. Back to flapjacks, and you just have to like. Then that becomes like a mental management of like you have to like be like, okay, just do better next time, Mark. Like you can't dwell on this fucking shit because it's like 1,000 micro moments a day of just,
Yeah.
What's the work-life balance? Like how's it been? You were just on road.
I feel like I should call my wife and let her answer this question. It's difficult, man. Like it's a lot harder on, the moms because like on my wife because she has to. There's so much planning like that. is involved with a kid in general. Like
Yeah.
if you're like, you know, if you have a cottage, like, you know, a lot of my buddies will do this and be like, yo, you want to go to the cottage like tomorrow? Like it's the weekend tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You want to go to the cottage tomorrow? We'll go for the weekend.
Mhm.
It's like, buddy, you think I can just get up and leave tomorrow?
You need
Yeah.
permission.
What is this, 2011? Like,
Yeah.
no, I like because if I'm not there, it's either my whole family's coming with me.
Mhm.
Are we doing that? Because that's a different trip than if it's just me.
Yeah.
If I'm coming, I'm bringing some shrooms. We're getting blasted, drunk, probably getting
Yeah.
ripped, or whatever. We're just doing different things,
Yeah.
and we're operating like no one's around,
Mhm.
right? If I'm bringing the family, it's a whole thing. If I'm leaving the family at home, I have to make sure that anything my wife had scheduled for herself, someone is babysitting my kid.
Yeah.
If I'm gone during the week, my wife works. Someone has to be at my house at 6:30 when my kid wakes up, make her breakfast and bring her to school and get her out the door and pick her up from school.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever, work with my wife's schedule.
Mhm.
And I have to set all that up. So it's like you have to work in advance. And if my wife has anything planned after, so when I go away, her life gets completely shut off and dominated by the kid,
Yeah.
which is 24/7 for moms usually anyways. And it's like, then my wife's operating at high stress and, you know, that's never good. And it's like, if it makes you want to choose your leaves strategically,
Yeah.
like before it'd be like, all right, man, I'm going to go to Alberta for 3 weeks and, you know, maybe I'll break even, but it was good exposure, or I came home with $2,000 in the whole month or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you're just like, and then you work your way up to it. Now I'm like, buddy, if I'm not coming home with at least fucking this, I'm not going. Like,
Yeah.
and if I do go and it didn't work out well, I'm furious for like a month. It's like, I don't want to be away from my kid. I'm FaceTiming my kid, and she's every day crying. Like when she wakes up in the morning, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's crying at my wife. She FaceTimes me all the time. And like, I can't put her to bed. I can't spend these moments. You come back, it's like she's learned new words. She's done new things. You're like, you feel like you've missed out on things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it. So that has been a super big challenge for me, is to the mental battle of me being away. And then also my relationship then gets affected negatively by
For sure.
being away. So
Yeah.
you just pick and choose, and like, you know, we're still working it out because it's a little new.
Mhm.
It's still new with like the touring that I'm doing is heavy when I do it, but we're trying to find this balance of like, okay, when I'm gone, I'm fucking gone,
Mhm.
and when I'm back, we're doing a lot of good things. Like, you know, like for example, I didn't do anything in the summer. It's like, you know, so I did January to March, and then from April all the way till I think it was October or September, I was home. We
Yeah.
went to Disney. We fucking, like, you know what I mean? We tried
That's
to
the good
make
part
as
about
many.
it.
Yeah, that's the good part, is that I can take the time off and do nothing.
Yeah.
Now, I still do content and everything else
Yeah.
and still work.
Mhm.
But, you know, I have the opportunity to just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what, dude? We're going to take a month and we're going to go to Italy. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
I think Eminem said the same thing. That he stopped touring because he wanted to see his daughter grow up, right? So
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and like, you know, you watch like any massive person with kids, like Michael Keaton was talking about this on a podcast, fucking Bob Odenkirk, you know, they're just like, I would trade places with anybody who is like, you know, raising their kids. They're like, you just don't realize how precious the time is,
Yeah.
how fast it goes. And it's like a solid 10 to 15 years. And then you're like, you see them less and less every year. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to, because I'm at I want to call it the precipice of like the next level. I don't know if I use precipice properly there, but because I'm at that point, it's
Yeah.
like, I still want to have my foot on the gas while this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to get to the point where my wife doesn't have to work. We can have another kid, because right now it's like, to have another kid thrown in the mix, it's like, okay, dude, we'll be drowning. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know? So I'm trying to get to the point where we can get to this to where, you know, wife's not working. We can have more kids and they can be a part of the whole ecosystem and journey of this all. And then, you know, it's fine. But otherwise, it's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Like when I
Sounds
see
like
guys, dude, with like 4 or 5 kids, I'm just like, brother,
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Maybe they have help. Like they hire help.
Oh, dude, I want to hire help right now, and I have
Yeah.
one. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
can you guys do this so my wife can go to the gym and the spa and like whatever? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
if my wife wants to do that now, it's like, Dad, come over. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the people who are coming over haven't raised a child in 60 years, like,
Yeah.
or 30, and like,
Yeah.
they're like,
like-
I don't know, they were putting their finger in the outlet. Like, what's wrong with that? I used to do that. You're like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
People love taking care of your kids because they can hand them off to you after, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people just don't know, right? Like when you're
Yeah.
not around kids
Mhm.
and don't know, like there's some friends of mine who, like one of my friends' wives is, she's been around kids forever.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And she just loves kids, whatever.
Mhm.
She watches my kid, dude. And we trust this woman over 90% of our family.
Yeah.
Because like my mom, my mother-in-law, like they haven't raised a 2-year-old in 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, it's been-
times are different, rules and things are different, and then we've come a long way. We know different things, and like their memory of when you were a kid is not what 2 years old is.
yeah.
They're like, when you were that age, you never did that. It's like you're remembering fragments of like newborn, 5, 11, a little bit of 4. Like you're not, you don't remember fucking 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you were just like us. Like this whole thing's a fucking blur, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I can
So
imagine.
Yeah.
It goes by fast.
We're not much younger than you. What advice do you have for aspiring fathers?
you are quite a bit younger than me, pal.
No, come on.
Yeah.
We're at that almost at that stage.
Yeah, we're
Like,
almost at that stage.
What advice
We're
would you
getting
give? Let's say, what advice would you give us aspiring fathers?
Dude, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to sound like your Nonna, dude. Hurry
Uh-oh.
up. Do it now. Don't wait. Get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need you remember when you were in like your early 20s? Even now, I'd say you guys are still in that age
Mhm.
where you could go to your cottage or a cottage or to the clubs. You get fucking blasted drunk on Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunday, same thing.
Mhm.
And Monday was like still pretty manageable.
Yeah.
Remember how you had the energy, you could bounce back, you could recover right away, no problem.
I feel like that's everyone's bachelor party.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Fuck.
But when you hit 30,
Mhm.
and it's different for everybody, but like for me, it was like 32. I started to be like, "Ooh, if I get drunk Friday, the weekend's done.
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
you,
for sure.
for whatever reason, like you just don't recover as quickly.
Yeah.
And when you have a kid, dude, it doesn't matter when you go to bed, the kid's still waking up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you choose to sleep in, your wife wants you dead.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, you're just not like, she's going to bed late. Like you just both have to be there and support each other because you're both living at like
Mhm.
the wicks burning at both ends type of thing. And especially early on, like the breastfeeding is like happening every hour throughout the whole night. So your wife is like in the first 3 to 6 months is running on like, this is all one long day. It seems like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you choose to get blackout drunk on Friday until 4 a.m., your kid's up at 6 anyways, and you need the energy like around the clock, and you
Yeah.
got to be able to bounce back, and you got to be like fucking, you know? So
Mhm.
my advice would be to do whatever you can to be as effective as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying for me in my head, the answer is to be younger. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like my nonna used to say this to me all the time because I was like, she'd be like, when are you guys getting married? Like you're going all the way. You know you're going to get married eventually. Like, what are you waiting for here exactly?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, sorry, Nonna, it's not 1910. We don't get married because we saw a photo of each other
Yeah.
and we're 12. Like, you know what I mean? Like my grandparents got married at like 17. It's like, you know, so she's like, yeah, but you're never going to be ready. You're never going to feel like you're ready. And it's
Yeah.
just going to keep going quicker
Yeah.
and you'll make it work. And once you do it, you're just going to figure it out.
Mhm.
So just do it. You
I've
know what I
heard
mean?
that advice a lot.
A lot. And I never was, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You're just stupid. So, but now I'm sitting here going, okay, I wish I got married 3 years prior to when we actually did.
Mhm.
And I wish I had kids when I was, because that would have put me at like 27.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I had kids at 27, 28, buddy, I'd be fucking,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel like shit all the time. All of a sudden you just wake up and you're like, is my shoulder
Yeah.
dislocated? Like what happened last night? Like someone beat the shit out of me in my sleep. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm equating it to youth, and there's like, especially for guys, I feel like we we're waiting for things to be in a better place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I got to wait and make a little bit more money. I want to
Yeah.
be a
And
little bit
that's
more
the biggest
financially
thing.
secure.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that like, you know, because there's that bigger pressure of like, well, now I'm the man of the house. I have this more responsibility. There's these unseen responsibilities that come into play. And you want to make sure that you're as equipped as possible.
Yeah.
But it just isn't that way when you're in it. Like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You'll make it work. You're pooling everything, all resources, all families, everything is going into. And then when the kid gets involved, your external family, like everybody is on board and is like, you're going to be so like, that was the most shocking thing to me, dude, is the what changed with my family dynamic just towards me when the baby came was crazy.
Yeah.
Like before Mark's this jokester who doesn't have shit fully together and is a fucking little bit of a this and that.
Yeah.
I all of a sudden have a kid. They're like, you are the most put together man. You look at you, big
They all
man.
want to come help.
It's all of a sudden like, okay, now you understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We need to help you because you're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna struggle. So like everybody wants to like that whole thing of like it takes a village. Like the village starts showing up for you now, which is really great to see, and it changes everybody's perspective. They start getting, you know, different emotions about their own life. They go, oh my God, my son is having a kid.
Yeah.
My grandson's having a kid. Like their brain, like it just shifts and everything changes.
Yeah.
So, which I feel like is such a huge thing. And I wish I did that younger. So whatever you need to do to be way more effective, whether that's working out more and like, you know, if you can be Mark Wahlberg and wake up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym before your kid wakes up, whatever that is, dude, to be fucking sharp, fucking do it.
Do it. Yeah.
So you can set the example, you know what I mean, for the kid too.
You mentioned like financials is a big thing, but I've also heard that like once you have a kid, something turns on in a man, like a flame just ignites and like you just go harder.
You figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it
that's
out,
what I
yeah.
mean, dude. Like things fall into place. Your mentality shifts entirely.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you start looking at opportunities differently. Like I don't sit here and go, okay, like before, just for like hard concrete examples, like before I used to be like, okay, I produce shows too. I want to make this amount of money per month. I got to figure out how I can make like, I got to produce. Sorry, if I have 10 shows this month and they're ranging from $100 to $3,000.
Yeah.
All right. So now I got to do 20 shows next month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here going, I want to do one show that gets me $25,000 so I can be at home. Like you don't want to work at all. So it makes you really cut out the garbage bullshit
Yeah.
things that don't really serve you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? This is actually a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know what? This money that I'm making, okay, I'm making $300, but is that really worth my time right now?
Yeah.
No. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not worth your time. You'd rather be at home rolling around on the ground with a 6-month-old kid because you're like, this is way more valuable to me that if someone offered me $1,000 to go and do something, you'd be like, honestly, man, you can keep it. So it just shifts your mindset into getting more for less, like getting,
exactly.
you know, better quality, like opportunities. And like that just, it starts coming your way when you start shifting into that mindset. I feel like, I don't know, I could be talking bullshit, but like, that's just how it's been going.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes back
makes
to like
sense,
the
yeah.
risk reward concept that we were talking about before. Like if you risk a lot and you make a lot, then you get the reward, right? And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it doesn't work out for everyone, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you just end up figuring it out. Like even
Yeah.
your wife too. Like you're just like, you're not even gonna hang out with people that it doesn't serve you anymore. You're just like,
yeah,
bro, this is like I hang out with you. You're so negative. You're so this. You're so that. It's draining me. I can't be drained.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You really start guarding, and this is terrible to say about like my outside family, but like you even have to guard your family's like energy and moral compass and like your vibe from your family.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
from your parents and your grandparents, your siblings, because you're like, okay, now I have a new nucleus family of 3 that I have to. So like if you're gonna come in, let's say my dad, okay, let's say my dad says something to my wife, it fucks up my wife, and I'm like, I have to be like, okay, we're not coming over all the time because it fucked up my kid's schedule, which in turn fucked up my wife's sleep, which then fucked up my morning. It's just like you're creating a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Or it's like if my wife gets overly stressed out around her mother or her sister or her aunt, I'm like, okay, we just can't hang around with that person this often
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
for a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you start to put up these walls and barriers to protect what's going on.
Mhm.
And all of that shift is happening. Well, like, you know, opportunities are flying. Like, you know what I mean? So it's so much to manage. And you end up having to just manage all of it.
Yeah.
And it shifts your brain as a adult,
Mm-hmm.
as a straight white male, like, as a man. You know what I mean? Like those like responsibilities, dude. Like it's so crazy because people talk about like the mental shift in women postpartum, all this kind of stuff, and that's all very real and a thing. But same thing with us, dude. Like we go through just like a mentality shift.
Yeah.
And if I could put my brain in your fucking brain, it would just be like, buddy, just do it sooner because it's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like meaning like it's not as hard as you think. It's definitely not as easy as anybody thinks, but it's also like you're gonna figure it out and you're gonna see everybody's change about it. Your parents are not gonna treat you the same, which is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. One more piece of advice for the viewers before we get out of here. If there's someone that wants to try comedy and they're too scared to do it or they don't know how to get started, what would you do for them? We asked Jesse Singh the same question. I just want to see how your answer differs from him.
Jesse was probably like, yo, you just have to do it, yo. just do it, yo. Legit though, you're not gonna know unless you give it a shot, obviously. And I know it seems like, oh my God, public speaking makes somebody laugh, whatever. But like, if you really want to try it, you just have no idea. Because again, I didn't think stand-up was an option.
Yeah.
And I would have never done it unless I was forced to. And it's become like one of my favorite things in life. So it's like, you just don't know until you try. I know that sounds insane. And people say that for fucking like heroin and blow. Like, buddy, you just don't know, bro.
That's not the advice.
That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. But like, dude, try it. And if you like it, and you want to go for it, you have to go all in 150%. And the people who stick around the longest are the ones that often just, you know, make it. Because from when I started to now, dude, maybe 10% of those people are still around.
Yeah.
Because they just either A, they were never fully committed, or, you know, like you said, if you start comedy now and then a kid comes around in like a couple of years, you're like, well, fuck. It's harder the older you get, and you have to make it financially viable to continue it. So you start getting these conflicting responsibility priorities in your life and stuff. So if you're young and you want to try it and you dig it, buddy, go 100%.
Yeah.
Brand yourself, market yourself properly, put yourself out there, and just don't be afraid to, you know, have the fucking balls to put your shit out there. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, bro, but this sucks. It's like, it's not up to you.
Yeah.
It sucks. Some people will love it.
Yeah.
What's the best way? Like, do you think what you did with like a course, or do you think it just go to an open mic and you'll figure it out?
I mean, you can, if you want to, like, either reach out to a comic that you know, or to me. I've done this to so many people, or go to a course, because at least you feel a little bit more confident, and you're like, okay, this guy who's done it is helping me shape a set of some sort.
Yeah.
Like a lot of courses will do that. Like a couple of friends of mine run some courses. And like, obviously there's the purists out there like, you're funny or you're not, bro. You can't teach comedy. Of course, there's all that. But like, sometimes people just need some guidance or some reassurance of like, hey man, this is how I would structure this. Let me hold your hand. Like, it's sort of like a life jacket. Okay. It's like, let's wear a life jacket and then we're going to throw you in the pool.
Yeah.
And then maybe the next time you're not going to have a life jacket. You know what I mean? Like, if you need that. And I find that sometimes it helps to just have it there and list and shape it. And like, this is just feedback I've heard from other people when I've been hired to like run a course for like a bachelor party. It was bizarre.
Wow.
It was great. Like all these guys wanted to do stand up. So we put on a show.
Wow.
And we did like 4 classes. 4 classes? Whatever. We did some classes where like we would all get together. Everyone would bring in their material. We'd all write it together, jam on these bits. They would take it back, come back, rewrite it. They'd perform it like the bits individually. We'd all jam on it again. And then I would like do a pass of it myself and be like, hey, this is how I would do it. Take it from here. We would do the show. I hosted it. I'd hire a comic to headline it. They all invite their friends and family.
Sick.
And they all did like 5 to 7 minutes. I'm like, dude, if you're nervous and you get off at 2, whatever, dude, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you go over and you did 10 to 12, whatever. Like,
It's a cool concept.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And like a lot of them were like, man, I wouldn't have approached it this way. I would have never thought of things this way. So it helped and relieved a lot of the pressure and anxiety. So it's like, you know, you can totally do that. those are out there to do if you need that. But also, you can just fucking raw dog it, buddy. Go to an open mic, write your name on the sheet, wait till 2 a.m., perform in front of a homeless guy and the fucking owner of the bar, eat shit, and fucking go back tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that happens.
I
You know
was
what I mean?
literally just thinking eat shit.
Yeah, go up there, eat some shit, dude. And you're not immune to eating shit. I eat shit still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel better, Jesse's response was, "Don't do it." So
Don't do it, yo. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, there is also that. Like, there's a part of me that goes, bro, don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because, like, but again, every comic who's in this goes, bro, comedy chose me. Like, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Because when you had that, you know, that moment that makes you go, I'm going to do this. And if that happens, you just got to go balls to the wall, man.
Yeah.
Or else, like, what do you... It's not a fucking hobby.
Yeah.
That's one thing that pisses me off. Hobbyists. If it's like, bro, if you're going to quit in 6 months, just fuck off. Like, you're taking up the time from other people.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to go, man, go 100%. And dive in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to give it a reasonable shot. Now, if you do it for a couple years and you're like, bro, this isn't what I thought, it's not for me, whatever.
Yeah.
Adapt,
Try
you know what I mean?
Like you said before.
Yeah.
Great advice. Well,
Appreciate
I
it.
think we're finally at a spot where we can end it right
Holy
there.
fuck,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
What
yeah.
day is it?
Thanks
It's
for coming.
2050, bro.
Fuck.
Thanks for coming, Mark. We finally got together and we
Yeah,
did
man.
it.
Thanks for
It was
having me.
very fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good advice out there, and we learned about your story, right? So it's
We're going to make the World Cup, okay? June 12th, Canada versus Italy in Toronto. I'll be shirtless, painted from head to toe. Is it June 12th?
Yeah. I think,
something-
I think
something
so.
like that.
Yeah.
I burned it in my brain.
And guys, we can't afford tickets, so someone please donate those tickets.
We're fucking dude. I've literally, like, I'm messaging sponsors. I'm like, I will do things that cannot be said out loud for these tickets. If we get in, if we don't get in, I don't want the tickets.
yeah.
I mean, I do. I'd still like to see Canada and Toronto. That'd be kind of cool. You know,
Yeah.
how many times can that happen?
Are
in
you
our lifetime?
Italy or Canada?
Don't do this to me.
Come on.
I'm Italy all the way.
I'm
I don't even
Italy all
care.
the way.
I'm Italy all the
I
way.
have to be.
Like,
I'm not a
no
patriot,
question.
bro.
Here's the thing. It is a win-win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If Canada wins, fucking that's huge. If Italy wins, we're back in the World Cup, baby. Let's fucking go. Let's
Yeah.
start wiping
Yeah.
out
Oh no,
everybody else.
I'd be sad if Canada beat Italy. To be honest,
Yeah.
I would be
There's
so
a part of me that, like, if Canada wins, I'd be like, Italy stinks, buddy. It's
It's
over.
like bittersweet, though. It'd be
Yeah.
bittersweet.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? But also, it's like, who's gonna win the World Cup? Like, if Italy wins and gets momentum, brother, we can win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
exactly.
If Canada wins and gets momentum, we're going to the semis.
Yeah.
Or the quarters. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just don't have the depth for a tournament like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bro, what about Morocco last time? They were a better team than
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, and we'll have Nonno sign us off over here.
Okay, everybody, ciao. It's your Nonno. Go to bed. We gotta go to work tomorrow morning. Follow me at not Marc Anthony. Okay, I'm coming on tour every city on the planet. Okay, go to bed.
Thanks
That's
for
it.
watching.